And yes, I'm still singing. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Yeah, yeah. Ooh la la. Because see, fam, we're in this to enjoy the 49ers and not worry about those little things that are really driving us nuts. Nick is still out. Although, after reading and reading and reading around, let me get into this with you right now. Still no big. It's hard to imagine a potential NFL Super Bowl contending team, as the 49ers are, having so much drama before week one, right? Hey, fam, we should be used to this by now. We go through this each and every year. And as a matter of fact, it got amplified after Kyle and John got there. And a little more, Harbaugh was not with Kelly and Tom Sula. It's always been rough for us at the beginning of every year. Usually right around the draft, the drama starts and kicks right on into the season. No difference. But Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch, they add a different flavor. And it's not I'm not blaming them. I'm just saying because they're real football guys. They really are. So what their brand of pain is it's different. Because you see, I think they know what they're doing, but they fail on occasion, and all they can do is say, I'm sorry. Well, that's all anybody can do. Enough of that. If it were smooth, it wouldn't be the San Francisco 49ers. We just have to get that, and hopefully like the Chicago Bulls used to do back in their heyday, is the Bulls would have all kinds of issues in the offseason, and they come in and just kick the living daylights out of the rest of the NBA. So tonight we're going to the phones for your take on Nick Bosa M.I.A. and the kicking situation. All you do is laugh. Oh, God! The kicker situation appearing to now be seriously threatening week one. And alas, who makes the final cut? Fam, Niners announced they've waived the Nate Brooks, cornerback, Ladarius Hamilton, defensive line, Breland Speaks, DL, LB. I'm not going to try to pronounce his name. His last name is Tizino. Also, Spencer Waity. Those guys are on their way to find another team. But Jake Moody and Zay Gonzalez are facing injuries cast in their week one availability in doubt. Moody suffered a right quadricep strain, and Gonzalez, he suffered a right calf strain. Both were hurt this week. How many days left before we travel to Pittsburgh to start the season? Who is the team's number one option now? See? As Lucky just pointed out to me, and you probably already realized it too before I got emotionally attached to what I was saying and posted up something ridiculous like, bring Robbie back now! Well, you know what? You can't bring Robbie back now because it would stunt the growth of Jake Moody. You're not going to get Robbie to sign for a couple of weeks or 2 or 3 weeks. Robbie ain't playing that. You can't. Can you redshirt it? You can't redshirt a kicker, can you? I don't want. Fam, this is the thing. I was not crazy about the fact that Robbie was not re-signing with the team anyway. And now to go through this mess. At the moment, Moody's considered week to week. Somebody projected 2 weeks. Are you sure? And then in those 2 weeks, what do we do? That means Moody would actually make it back exactly at the time the Steeler game is underway. 2 weeks. We're 2 weeks away from opening day, right? For the 49ers. Now, the Niners play. Gonzalez will be out multiple weeks. He didn't even give a number on that. He's just out. We don't even know when he's coming back. So his availability is unquestioned. Now the Niners face a nasty roster predicament. How do they go about fixing the kicker situation? Fam, here they come. It's like I told people on Twitter, look, man, I understand what you're saying, but what do you have at your disposal? You've got kickers that couldn't find a job. Now, there's kickers out there that found a job that aren't no damn good. Now, you're going to bring one in here that couldn't find a job? The ball's going to be, the people in the stands, you got to put up a net like they do in hockey games to protect the people sitting in the stands. The ball's going to be going everywhere, but between the crossbars. I need 3 points. I need 1 point. I don't need a kid that has aspirations to be a kicker, but he's not. Not on my team, please. They'll fix it. That's all you can say to yourself. They'll fix it. They'll fix it. The 53-man countdown coming up today after tomorrow too. It's just a frightening thing. You know, fam, let's breathe. Let's hope some good things like Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy can pick up an NFL Comeback Player of the Year award. Yes, that means he stayed healthy all year and we had a great season. Venice, when you wish upon a star, makes no difference. You get right into Jimmy Cricket mode, man. But Brock's return to recovery from elbow surgery appears to be real, and it complements a preseason in which all other starters also escaped serious injury, as far as we know. Fam, we got things. We have things we can get happy about. We do, but we just want perfection. I do, you do, I know. We have to have it. There could be nothing in our way this year, especially ourselves, because the 49ers can't get out of their own way again this year. And then there's Nick. The Niners did spend the past month without Nick Bosa, the reigning NFL DPOY. But, fam, you know what? That may not be as bad as we think. Now, I kept reading around trying to find something that's going to make me happy. It actually could benefit the team to delay his contract extension until after Tuesday, but just after that, not way into the season. But 53-man roster deadline, because Bosa is currently on the reserve did not report list. The 49ers could use that spot on one of several roster bubble players who are injured. And somehow this madness allows the Niners to manipulate this situation a little while longer in order to make whatever adjustments they need to make in order to make this roster fit, because they're already way over. They're projected to be over the cap already. In fact, as crazy as it may sound, this whole drama could be by design, fam. You know, because the 49ers, this is not the first time they pull some antics that we could not begin to comprehend that actually in the end kind of worked out. I know Ronbo recall one. I thought I remembered a couple of times. Fab, what I've did is I've looked at some blueprints on how to whittle the roster down to 53 around several writers. You know what? Here's the thing, Fab. Tonight, there's anything you want to get into is fine. If you're still thinking about Trey, it's fine. Of course, I just mentioned Robbie and our kicking situation, Nick. Anything you want to do, it's Sunday, until we get into game week ends. We're coming up in another couple of weeks. Anything goes. It's platforms here for you. I'm not saying what you can and cannot speak about. Jump in on anything you want to. I'm just going to go around really quickly. I'm just going to go through the roster projections here. Brock Purdy's in. Sam Darnold, Brandon Allen. Of course, since Trey is no longer a part of that mix, last season's ending screams for 49ers to employ a three-man band. Sam Darnold winning that number 2 job triggered Trey Lance's trade to Dallas. And by the way, Jerry Jones has made it clear that he did not bring in Trey to take Dak's job. You know what Jerry's doing, don't you? Now, if that's not the case, and Cooper Rush is already over there as well. Jones is just collecting young talent. This is the only part I hate about what's happening to Trey. Trey's going to become a piece for a trade to continue to be jocked around. That's really, that's not what I wanted for him. Anyway, this whole situation, welcome Allen in as a number 3 guy at quarterback. Though the Niners could probably cut him and re-sign him Wednesday if in dire need of a roster spot. Apparently, Allen will not be subject to the waiver wire. How that works, I'm not sure. I didn't look into that because I didn't have time. But if anybody understands how that works, let me know. Running back, 5. You get 5, fam. Hey, how many have we been keeping? We've keeping 4 or 5. Christian McCaffrey, Kyle Juszczyk, Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason, TDP may have made the team. He looked good in preseason, and when you think about it. Jeremy McNichols, as I was So I did. Somebody told me that they wanted McNichols, Brian Hill, and Jack Coletto. And I do have an argument, but I've seen 2 out of 4 writers do believe that Jack Coletto is out of here because Juszczyk is on the roster. We don't keep 2 fullbacks. I guess that, Coletto's going to go to the practice squad, though. But anybody who was watching, if they got good sense, they pick up Jack Coletto. So if he goes to the practice squad, I don't predict him being there for more than 5 minutes because the Colts Colts are going to be looking for Mitchell, Mason, or Davis Price if Jonathan Taylor leaves, in which it looks like he is seriously trying to get up out of Indy. They're going to be looking for somebody, and who trains running backs better than San Francisco 49ers? Few teams, maybe, but not many that have anybody available because we have an abundance of talent at running back. No, McCaffrey's not part of that. He's not going anywhere. In fact, McCaffrey, you can put him on your fantasy team right now. Right now. He could be in the running for Offensive Player of the Year, but Christian, CMC, Mrs. McCaffrey's boy is the real deal. He is the engine why, and why people say this offense is going to struggle. I keep saying, if you ain't worried, Ronbo, why not? I tell you right now, baby, I got CMC. CMC is like that Hemi of a long time ago. That nitrous, that switch I can hit to get the thing going. If we're dragging butt, you think CMC is going to drag butt along with Debo? Anybody that thinks the 49ers aren't going to score points, I don't care what defense we play against this year. Forget it. The Niners are as potent as, any atomic bomb. I can't wait. Now, the fact of the matter is the defense has to get ready to do what they do and do it well, and I ain't got no problems. You shouldn't have any either. And, fam, if Mitchell can shake his injury-prone ways, it could be the most dynamic duo in the league. There's no doubt about it. Wide receiver, keep you 6. Brandon Ayuk, of course, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, and that man, Ronnie Bell. Oh, yeah. Bell is staying. Now, here's a question. Ray McLeod and Danny Gray, what are you going to do, fam? They're injured. Because currently, Chris Conley, I don't know what's going on with his elbow or his arm. Willie Snead, Tay Martin, Isaiah Winston, Anthony Miller. Some of those guys look good, fam. Especially Conley. Now, what I do, and in fact, analysis agree. Great shoulder sprain could prompt the 49ers to carry him onto the initial roster and then revert him to the IR, which is almost surely what they're going to do with Mary McLeod. All right, Chris Conley, getting ready to come on back, baby. All right, fam, between Tay Martin, Isaiah Winston, Anthony Miller, what would you do? I'd take Chris Conley and Tay Martin. I like Winston, though, because he's long. Damn. Ooh, that's hard. Oh, that's hard to do. Oh, man. What a good. Tight end. That wide receiver room every year makes me crazy. Tight end, you got 4. George Kittle, Ross Dwelly, Charlie Warner, Braden Willis. Nothing really changed. Cameron Latou is hurt. Troy Fumagalli, I would have liked to take him instead of Charlie Warner, but Charlie Warner did a good job this year. In preseason, he won. Latou was heading for knee surgery on his meniscus, and putting him on injured reserve allows him to redshirt his rookie season. So good. He was, I don't want to say good. I mean, because he was out there just missing ball. You think he's going to get better during the season right away? I can see now clutch play we really need. Latou was open. Purdy hits him with a strike, and Latou drops the ball. The 49ers would have been on the 1-yard line at the least. So drafting 2 tight ends, Latou and Willis, put Dwelly and Warner in danger of losing their jobs initially, but neither newbie made a convincing case through camp. Fumagalli's had some nice plays. You know what? Look for Fumagalli to probably make this team. We'll see. Offensive line, keep your 9. Trent Williams, of course, Aaron Banks, Spencer Burford, Colton McKivitz, Jalen Moore. Family, did you notice we weren't talking badly about Jalen Moore the other day? I don't know what Chris Forrester did to him. Jalen Moore played some good football. Now, I know what you're saying. Well, that's because we played. Now, I don't know. We'll see. He came out there with the starters. Alfredo Gutierrez is a practice squad exemption and international payer, so he's going to be at the team. His presence is not going to make any difference on the count. Matt Pryor, of which 2 writers also believe he's not going out, or he's not going to make it. Leroy Watson, Keith Ismail, Jason Poe, Joey Fisher, Manning, Corey Luciano. I didn't agree, but three writers kind of agree with that. I don't know about Matt Pryor leaving, fam. I don't know about that. And we're keeping Zakel. Zakel's irritating, and Zakel's been there how long now? And he's still doing the same. Okay, we'll see. I would bet against Zakel though, and Manning. No, I'll say we'll see. Because they see settling on a swing tackle Moore and a versatile interior lineman, Feliciano, were pretty much the 49ers' top priorities on the line. Confidence level in these selections is pretty low. Pryor has experience. Watson has upside. When you're going for the ring, I don't know why. Okay, well, we'll see. I'm going to pencil. I'm going to keep this anyway. Defensive line, Javon Hargrave, Eric Armstead, Drake Jackson. Cleveland Farrell, T.Y. McGill. T.Y., I thought you'd make it, man. Marlon Davidson, Javon Kinlaw. I know what you're saying. Kerry Hyder Jr., he played. Kerry Hyder Jr., of course, Robert Beal Jr. Bosa's not going to count toward the roster until he reports and or signs. Javon Kinlaw made a lot of people mad, but you know what? He needs linebackers behind him. Now, when we get our thoroughbreds out there, he's out. Because the kids, the linebacker group, which I'll go with in a second, Kevin Givens, Austin Bryant, Kalia Davis is predicted not to make it. Alex Barrett, Breland Speaks, Spencer Wagee, Ladarius Hamilton. This is the Niners engine, fam. And aside from Bosa's huge importance, those second-string players better be up for the challenge. They have to be. We can't have our first-stringers out there all damn day because the other guys can't cover. The edge rush does not look dominant yet. Plenty of options exist on the interior, and including Givens, but he may have been beat out as well, which is crazy to say after how many years he's been with us. I can't believe Kusurka's going to actually put up with that. I don't agree with the writers on that one. And putting Kinlaw out the door days after the Lance jettison to Dallas is a look the Niners will need to and will look to avoid. Linebackers, Fred Warner, Dre Greenlaw, Demetrius Flanagan, Foles, Oren Burks, Jalen Graham. Jalen Graham has made the cut as far as everybody agrees. D. Winter's another story. Marcelino McCrary Ball, Curtis Robinson, and Tizino. Tizino, as you know, has already been waived. McCrary Ball will probably go to the practice squad. Winters impressed throughout camp, but Flanagan, Foles, and Burks, they have just too much experience. Winters did look like a rookie, so he's going to need some seasoning. Burks hurt his knee 2 weeks ago, and it makes you wonder if that impacts his job security as well. Cornerbacks, 5. Let me go down real quickly here. Tavares Ward, Diamador Lenore. Isaiah Oliver's going to make the cut. Everybody agrees, but it's due to money, right? Sam Womack, Deshaun Jameson has got the coaches thinking maybe okay. Ambry Thomas, can you imagine? Quantrez, Knight, out. Every writer agrees. Nate Brooks, A.J. Parker, Trey Swilling, Darrell Luter Jr. on physically unable to perform list, so he just won't be on the roster, but he's not going anywhere. But I don't know how long he's going to be on that list. So they'll waive somebody later, maybe if Luter Jr. gets healthy, but they haven't seen anything from Luter Jr. yet. The nickelback role became the preseason's most suspicious, but Oliver should stick by virtue of his nearly $3 million salary. I don't care about that. We cannot have him out there being a liability. We've got to find somebody. That's why they're keeping Womack, and they're probably keeping Jameson as well to see if they can cover that spot a little better, but they are rookie children for the NFL. So Womack might offer special teams value more than Thomas. Ambry probably wasn't going to start, and that's what they're thinking that way. His 2022 season put him in a hole. I don't know if he can get out of that or not, but Ambry, man, I hope you make it. I really do. I do. Safeties. We got 4. Talanoa Hufanga, Tashawn Gibson Sr., Jair Brown, George Odom. Out. Taylor Hawkins, I was rooting for him because he looked good. Miles Hartsfield, of course, coach brought him over. Miles not going to make this team. The analysis here is Odom's shoulder injury interrupted a strong camp. And Hufanga's dealing with a cyst behind his knee, which they say is the direct cousin of surgery like from a meniscus tear. God, I didn't want to hear about this. That's the most serious injury I think I'm concerned with. Coach says he's going to have that surgery that people have on their knee every year. What do they call that? They drain it. That's a very scary thing. Hawkins had a better roster bid than last year, but now faces surgery for a fractured hand. So, specialists, here's where we all start getting scared. Jake Moody, Mitch Wisnowski, Taylor Pepper, of course they're in. Zane Gonzalez, he's out. He's injured. Here's analysis on that. Who would have predicted the kind of mess we're looking at right now with the kickers? Robbie's sitting back thinking, karma, baby, karma. Robbie, don't do that, man. Just don't do it. Moody has a quadricep strain that makes his availability in doubt for the season opener. And Gonzalez won't be available because of a calf injury in Friday's pregame warm-ups. Moody will make the roster if his quadricep is not torn, and the Niners will sign a free agent at some point as a contingency plan for the opener. And that kick looks like it's going to fly wide right, and the 49ers lead 6-0. Hey, Felix, get in there, Felix, man. Felix out of the East Coast. Get in there, Felix. Hey, Ray.
What's going on, man? It's been a minute.
It has,
How you been?
Felix. Yeah, Felix was going all right till I heard about it and have no kickers.
Yeah, man. We struggling with that, man. That could be a problem for us, man. Just bring back let's set your pride aside and bring back Robbie. That's what you do. Bring him on back. Cause we need a kick. We need a kicker, man.
What do you do with Jake Moody?
We need a kicker.
In the meantime, I mean, I can get rid of Zane.
Maybe.
But what do you do with Jake? I use a third-round pick, and if I redshirt him, he's going to stunt his growth. And if Robbie leaves next year, which he definitely would, now I got that same kicker I had last year.
Yeah. Well, maybe by the start of the season, maybe he'll be ready.
Yeah, maybe. See, there's that word again, maybe.
I mean,
I hope
they got a week to rest, so maybe he'll be ready. Maybe he'll be ready. You know what? I ain't worried about Bosa because our superstar players we take care of. We took care of Debo. We took care of Fred. We took care of Kittle. So we'll take care of Bosa. But Bosa probably won a big chunk of money since he did win Defensive Player of the Year. But he's gonna get done.
$30 million is the bottom line. 30,
and
he wants to be the highest paid in the game. His agent does at any rate. 33.5. That's more than a quarterback gets. And what are the 49ers talking about, Felix? We're looking to minimize how much we spend on the quarterback in order to keep sustainable, competitive team around him. And that's going to mean we have to spend as small a money and keep rookie contracts going to the quarterback, which to me is a frightening thought process. Well, Felix, what do you think? I mean, from just that.
Man, you know what? Listen, and I'm not with the financial stuff or whatever, but from the years that we've seen John Lynch and Shanahan, they always make a way. They're gonna make a way. I could say I fully trust them, and everybody should trust that they're going to do the right thing, even with the situation with Trey Lance. And the reason why, and I hate when people say, well, he didn't get a fair chance. They gave him the keys to the offense last year. He got hurt.
Yeah.
That's not John and Kyle's fault. He got hurt. He broke his leg. Jimmy got hurt. Brock Purdy's there. So it's the next man up. It's the next man up. And I think people fail to realize one thing that Brock Purdy has that Trey don't have is experience. Brock has played in a lot of games. A 4-year starter at Iowa State. He was the National Player of the Year in the state of Arizona. Brock ain't no scrub.
No,
he ain't no scrub.
I noticed that. I was shocked when he first came in. I'm not shocked anymore. And did you see him the other day?
Nah.
Brock looked confident. Oh, he looked like, I got this. I mean, he looked like, this is my team. I ain't no rookie no more. Get out the way. He floated that ball right over to the right receiver. He had two right there. He had Ayuk and he had Juwan. Ayuk's too close. Float that right over the top of the defense. And then I said, look at that. Look at that.
He got it to where, and it's the West Coast offense, to run after catch. Debo can do it. Kittle can do it. Brandon can do it. And then if they cover, dump it off to McCaffrey.
My favorite dump off, fam. Give it to CMC. That's one of the best trucks in the football league. I mean, yeah.
And I'm gonna say this, bro. Like, if we don't at least make it to the Super Bowl, or we don't win it, somebody has to go.
It's a fail.
Somebody, cause we are in prime position, and I think that's another reason why they let Trey go, because we have a ready now team to win the Super Bowl.
What we did last 2 years.
We don't have time for the last 2 years, so we really don't have time to be developing. Because that's been our Achilles heel, been the quarterback.
Can't stay up. Can't keep him up on two legs.
And I love Trey. I felt like he was gonna be good, but he got hurt. So it's like next man up. And I understand when he played in the preseason game, he ain't played in a while, but he looked like a rookie. He looked like a deer in headlights. He wasn't throwing the ball away. He was getting sacked. So he looked kind of shaky.
He's had no experience. I mean, like you're saying, he's still, for all intents and purposes, he's still the same kid. He's corrected some of his mechanics, but he's still the same kid he was when we drafted him. He hasn't had any time to build any experience.
And I think Shanahan, but you know what? I think they were just drafting him off his potential for what he could have had. Because, of course, the plan was for him to sit behind Jimmy for a year or whatever. And that's what he did. That was their whole plan. Sit behind Jimmy, learn the offense, and that's what he did. But, unfortunately, he got hurt. And it was the next man up. And Brock Purdy said, okay, watch this, buddy.
And now
watch this.
And now he looks like he's taking ownership of that team. What he looked like the other day, I was even further say he surprises me all the time. He surprised me for 8 weeks.
He took total control of the offense. Now he had a full off season. He has progressions, his read, wham bam, thank you, ma'am. We at the 10-yard line. You know what I'm saying?
Quick decisions, getting rid of the ball and to the right people. I mean, that was impressive. We'll see what he looks like in week 1 against the Steelers. Because the Steelers defense is no joke. Felix, it's gonna be rough out there. I stopped thinking we're gonna walk over Steelers. That's gonna be rough. Felix,
because that quarterback and Kenny Pickett, he's made. I feel like he's gonna take a step this year too. So
yeah, well, he has to. Tomlin's his coach. I mean, Felix, good to hear from you again. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna be back after they get through making the cuts. We'll talk about that all day. All right.
Okay. All right, man. Good to hear from you, boss.
Same here, fam.
Take care. All
right,
Felix.
Hey, Michael.
Hey, Ronbo, how's your night going, buddy?
Oh, Michael, it's all right, man. I tell you, I'm remaining hopeful. We still got the best team in the NFL. I don't care if we don't have a kicker.
Best team ever. So far,
Rams don't say nothing.
I think we got the number one. Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. And with the kicker injury, man, I said to myself, well, we need to bring gold. But also I heard rumors about the 49ers looking at the Packers free agent kicker or look at Blankenship, the Georgia kicker. They'll kick with Tampa Bay. There's those two kickers that the Niners were looking at for tryouts.
I remember Blankenship. Hey, did he get cut?
It's the guy with the glasses. He played in the national championship for Georgia.
Right? Yes.
He used to be with the Colts in Tampa Bay. Mm-hmm. Maybe you get him because the other guy from Green Bay, he'd probably go somewhere where he could play longer. Because you just need a kicker for one game if the other guy doesn't come back. Moody don't come back for week 1. You need to have a kicker for the one time, and that's it. You don't want to have a kicker that you spend so much and then,
Michael, you know what? There's going to be the cuts. The 49ers might wait all the way until after the cuts. In fact, I'm pretty sure they will.
And also, too, you got to watch out. The 49ers might eye out some quarterbacks, too, that might get cut for a third string. You never know. You might look at somebody.
In front of Allen? Did Allen bother you?
Maybe. There might be somebody that did better than Allen and he gets cut from another team. And maybe Shanahan will say, maybe they can try to bring him in our system.
Michael, it might be Stetson Bennett. The Rams are reportedly looking for another quarterback. They don't believe Stetson's going to be that guy.
You know who I feel bad? I feel bad for the guy. He played good last night for the Cowboys. He's getting cut. But that guy played good, over 300 yards yesterday. The guy, Grier, I feel bad for him.
What's his name?
He was getting cut. The coach already told him right before the game, you're getting cut. But he put him in the whole game. He had 300-something yards, 2 touchdowns. He looked good.
Oh, you know about Stetson?
I'll put it on the top. Grier, Grier. He played yesterday. He played against the Raiders, remember?
Oh, yeah. His name was Grier?
Yeah. I said, good. You know what I told him? Good boy. If they let you go to another team, you stuff it in their face again. Good boy. I told him, don't worry. You'll be a good quarterback somewhere.
Well, that means they don't have anybody then. I mean, if he's a Ram.
Well,
hey, wait a minute. Is he a Ram or a Raider?
He was a Cowboy. No, he's a Cowboy.
He's a Cowboy?
Yeah, he played against the Raiders yesterday. I remember the Cowboys beat the Raiders in preseason.
Yeah, I haven't watched all the
Yeah, the
preseason
Cowboys
games
beat
yet.
the Raiders
I,
bad.
I was getting around to that. I didn't get around to it. You know what? This is
Yeah,
going to
no,
be
the
interesting.
Cowboys beat the Raiders bad. Raiders were creamed. Seahawks got beat.
Yeah.
Yeah. But with the Trey Lance trade.
Well, you missed the Rams, though. They got beat worse than anybody in the whole entire preseason. 41 to, and they didn't score one dang point.
I'm laughing. I thought myself, oh my.
God, I enjoy
But
that.
with Trey Lance going to Dallas, one of my friends said, we got one of your guys. I said, that's okay. You can have him, but I don't know how long he's going to stay as a Cowboy because you don't know what's going to happen.
No.
He could be a guy that goes around the mulberry bush.
Well, so that's an unfortunate thing because Jerry Jones already told people right away that he didn't get him to take Jack's job.
No, I think Trey should go off. I say Tampa Bay wasn't a good fit for him. Or maybe Minnesota as a backup for now. I think Minnesota would have been the number one choice if the Niners were smart enough. Then I'm back home to Minnesota. Then I'll be back up yet.
Yeah, but they didn't try to get Trey. It was the Ravens, the Bills.
Mm-hmm.
Is there 14?
Yep.
Ravens, Bills, and of course the Cowboys.
Oh, Ravens, Bills, Cowboys. Oh, was there somebody in the NFC?
I can't remember the fourth team. If there was four, but I do remember those three. But,
Well, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, not now.
I couldn't see him in Buffalo. I said to myself, we can put him in Buffalo behind a good quarterback. I mean, okay, yeah, but look at Allen. Allen.
You know what?
Cincinnati?
No. But look what they did with Allen in Buffalo, and maybe that coach can. Trey's got a similar kind of strength. He's not as crazy as Allen running the ball into 3 and 4 guys thinking he's going to take them out, but still.
No, maybe he would have been a good fit for Buffalo, back up behind Allen and learn from a good coach and a good quarterback. Maybe that would have been,
Yeah, and a little more similar style. Shanahan's offense it's really difficult, and a lot of people don't understand that. It is tough.
Yeah, no,
there's a lot
tough. As a quarterback, I've seen his plays. They're tough. Some of those plays,
Those timing shots like that, they have to be done right. It takes a while to get them down.
Mm-hmm.
It's really
I wonder if his father gave him some plays. I wonder if his father gave Kyle some plays, too, to do.
Oh, yeah.
His father is pretty smart. Maybe his father has some plays up his sleeve to give to his son.
No, that's
you never know.
That's right. That West Coast offense.
Father and son. You think if my dad had play, if my dad was an old coach and he had play, he'll give it to me. Maybe it will work for me.
Yeah.
It hands down. You
Kyle
think
put his own twist and spins on it, but yeah, that's his dad's offense for sure.
Yeah.
The Lions is a team we're thinking about.
Yeah.
They were involved in the trade pursuit as well.
The Lions? Oh, yeah. Well, the Lions, yeah, they can use a quarterback.
Michael,
I know
beg
the
pardon.
quarterback.
Actually, what's his name's doing a good job.
Yeah, sure. But the Cardinals need a quarterback. Their quarterbacks are for the birds.
Listen, Michael, let me tell you this. Here's what's going to happen to the Cardinals. They're going to bite dust. That's why they're clearing out house. They know they need a quarterback.
Southern Cal.
Yes.
Southern Cal.
Yep.
I watched one guy yesterday. He looked good. If you watched the Notre Dame game yesterday, the quarterback from Notre Dame looked good. He looked great.
Is he better than the SC guy?
It's only one game. We got plenty of games during the season.
That SC
but he was
kid,
looking good yesterday. Beat Navy big. Mm-hmm.
Maybe, but that SC kid is
Southern
probably
Cal won.
He's in the running for the second Heisman in a row. When's the last time that happened?
They won yesterday, Southern Cal. 56-28, Southern Cal beat San Jose State.
Oh.
So he probably played good. I have to look at his stats. See how he did yesterday. He won big.
Michael, we got to go. We got to go. Well, listen, I'll be back on after they get through making the picks and breaking hearts. And we'll see you then, okay?
All right. All right, Ronbo. You have a good night. Have a good night, 49 Empire.
You too, Michael. Night, fam. He had a book. Is that? Hey, Anderson.
Oh, man. That's crazy. Oh, shit.
Anderson, you watching football?
What's up, Ronbo, man? What's up, man? What's going on, man? All I got to say is about Trey's situation. I think he's going to do better in Dallas due to the fact, just look at the receivers they got over there. And one more thing is, I know a lot of people going to probably knock him for it, but I think they have a better offensive line than we do.
Oh, no, they do. There's no argument in that.
And he can throw that, so that's a line he can throw the football behind. If he, let's say you can get, then you got that Gallup and Cooks. they get down the field fast, I think he can give it to him. Get it to him.
Well,
And that's a problem. We don't have that. Was a problem. Our offensive line. We got one good person. Everybody else, I think, sucks. Oh yeah, maybe Jake Brunner. Maybe Jake Brunner praying. Now that's why the ball got to be down in 2 seconds.
Aaron Banks is coming to third year. I got faith in him, fam. He gonna be okay.
Oh yeah.
If you got
Okay.
Banks.
Yeah, all right. All right. Yeah. Aaron Banks. Oh yeah. He gonna be doing it all right. He gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? We gonna be all right. We gonna be all right.
Burford.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna say like this. Trey Lance gonna get them over their hump, but it ain't gonna be no time, not this season.
Yeah, I was gonna say because
not as long as back there. Not as long as back there.
Oh, so that's what I'm saying. And Jerry already came out and told everybody that I didn't pick him up. I'm just collecting young talents. Jerry, what did you?
Yeah.
You gave a 4th round pickup because you're collecting young talents.
And that was stupid. That was stupid. We gave 3 picks. That was stupid. We gave gave away 3 picks. We should have got 3 picks or something more for him. Fuck that.
Yeah, that's true. But you know what? John Lynch was saying they felt fortunate getting that 4th round pick.
Yeah. Yeah, they must see somebody. They must see somebody. It's just like a lot of people don't know, but the 49ers been following Brock Purdy since he was in high school.
Really?
Yeah.
So where'd you find that out? You know what? Because they went after him. They said they were going to get him. Even if it had been a UDFA, they were going to go get him right away. They just still said, go ahead. Well, we got 1 pick left. Just go ahead and get him now.
They've been following him. They've been following. It was somebody. I was reading an article. It was like a couple months ago. It was somebody that's in a 49er organization that's related to somebody that told them they need to take a look at this quarterback from this Sky High School. I was reading, and that's how they end up following Brock Purdy. I can't remember the actual name of the article, but it was some our Gazette paper, some I was on the internet looking up some name ain't newspaper or whatever. And we had more patience with Javon Kinlaw.
We'll see. Javon's he ain't gonna get no 5th-year contract unless he really busts butt this year.
Yeah, man, this radio station I listen to, they talk about the Cowboys more, but they was mentioning our line, and they was talking about how devastating for the rest of the NFL that's gonna be. I was like, huh? They giving us props?
Oh, they have to. Hargrave and Bosa on the same line already is bad news. Now you got the experience of Eric Armstead and the right side. You got some. I got 3 or 4 guys that can put over there.
Jackson gonna be a monster. Jackson gonna be a monster for us. Jackson gonna be a monster too. Watch. But he gonna be a monster. But yeah, Bosa just it's the same old situation every season with these dudes. He just wait until they get his contract. He gonna get it.
Yeah,
he gonna get it. They just
everybody else signed before now though. But yeah, he's gonna sign. He's not going anywhere. John Lynch and Shanahan would be in deep trouble. Them because you guys couldn't find a way to get that done. My God, you got to.
Yeah. Cause I wonder what. Cause they might be looking at. Who is that? What's that boy from in college? Who is it? Caleb Williams or something?
Yeah.
They could be checking out. They might manipulate that 4th round or something. You know how John Lynch and Shanahan. I don't know what they be doing, but they gonna manipulate their way up to get him probably.
You think so? I think as long as Purdy works, he's got that job. The Cardinals, I believe they're putting themselves in position because you and I both know Kyler Murray is going to be a problem child.
He out of there.
Even when he gets well, he's still going to be a problem child. You got to get rid of Kyler.
And who they got? Carl McCoy. Hey, we got to watch them because Carl McCoy he defeated us before.
I know, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So we got to look at a lot of teams that's really, like I say, it's a quarterback-driven league, so we got to look at the team that really can do it. Yeah, and, let's see.
It's true, but if Nick comes back to quarterback-driven league, that's done.
It's a wrap. That's what I'm saying. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. It's a wrap. There are a lot of people. I just don't like. I rather Winston. I rather Winston, Isaiah Winston, and over Tay Martin.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think
I can't
he's faster. But I still would put Ty to sign Tamon to the special teams.
Yeah.
And so that way I can keep him.
In case. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably we're only going to lose maybe one of those. Willie Snead's going to be kept. Tay probably might be kept, like you say. The video champion, what's his name?
We got two Debos, Ronnie Bell, and Debo.
Ooh, I love to watch me some Ronnie Bell work. Family, Anderson, we got to go. I see you on cut day, and we're going to discuss who they kept and who they let go. All right?
Already, Ronnie Bell might be our reason. It might be our ticket there, man.
Can you imagine it? Because as long as he ain't scared of the big lights, because right now he's showing out because it's preseason, but let's see what he does next.
Yeah. All right, Ronbo. Shout out to production. Everybody else, hold it down. 9 Nation, 9 Empire. It's going down. Peace.
Right. 2 weeks. Night, Anderson. Appreciate you getting in there, fam. And hey, Evan.
Ronbo, how's your night going?
Evan, it'd be okay. No matter what I do to make myself happy, whether it's eating pizza or cheesecake or just having my favorite microbrew, or actually watching my favorite TV show or some other things that we can't mention on the air, I would be better if I just had Nick Bosa already ready to go. I want to know right now, Evan, that every quarterback in the league that thinks he's all that in a bag of chips, he will be devoured like a bunch of piranha just came in. He just jumped in the Amazon River. Just take every last bit of meat off his flesh as they drag him down to the dirt. And I see us being a very frightening defensive line. Evan, let me stop. Go ahead. I get excited about these things.
I mean, that and our kicker conundrum. I mean, I wish we would get, some news, but they'll probably get both things handled last hour.
I know.
After cut day.
I know. And Kyle Shannon walks around like there's no problems. I love what he very flippant answers. No, I'm not concerned. No, I'm not worried about it all. Nick Bosa signing it all. It's Kyle.
He's lying.
Okay, maybe he's lying.
He's always lying to us. He's always lying.
God.
You just saw the other day when he's like, I'm not naming a number 2 till the season opener, and then
right?
a few hours later it was leaked that they were trying to get rid of Trey. So
they would tell us that for how long, Evan? Somebody said back in February they're trying to get rid of Trey, but we look upon that. Oh, that's just media. The media's trying to get clicks. Sometimes we're gonna have to believe what the media says, and unfortunately, that's bad because the media comes up with some wild stuff at times, Evan. And I always like to, come on, no, it's not.
Yeah, do I recall correctly if Brock's dad was his coach in high school? I can't remember if that was true or not.
I don't know. His dad was a baseball player.
I remember that.
Yeah, that may have something to do with Brock. He probably played baseball too.
Yeah, I might have heard that somewhere, and that would make sense why he's so cerebral with the game. And the last caller he was thinking of, I actually heard John Lynch say it was Brian Greasy was the one who was really
the guy
in love with Brock. So
really?
He was the one that wanted him drafted.
Okay. Well, Brian Greasy's about to get a raise then. I mean, that's insights that wow. But he was being followed even in high school. You've seen these kind of kids. You've heard about them down through the years. When you're I've been watching that kid since high school. And the NBA does that a lot too. Baseball, all the three big. They watch kids all the way from as soon as they get into high school from the freshman year, because talent shows early.
You just never know. You just never know with these guys, because I mean, you look at like Jalen Hurts is a perfect example.
Yeah.
He got benched for Tua at Alabama, and now he's in the NFL and he reemerged, and in my opinion, he's better than Tua.
I think so. Because Tua, although Tua looked like straight money last year, Evan, you know what? I didn't know he was as good as he looked last year. Was that Tyreek Hill and Waddle making him look that good, or was that Mike making him look good? Our
it was
former coach.
Of all three. It was probably all three. Because the year before, he didn't have any of those guys, all three of them. But I mean, if we put Collette on the practice squad, I think Sean McVay or John Harbaugh will snatch him up, because I watched the Ravens preseason, and they were using a fullback in their offense.
And we got Juice from them, so they'd love to have another great
Yeah.
fullback. Yeah, they couldn't afford to pay Juice.
Yeah, so or Pete Carroll will be sneaking around too.
Pete Carroll, does he use a fullback? I know he uses tight ends.
I think he would probably just take him just to piss him off and
I
convert
know,
him to tight end
and see how much
or
information.
linebacker.
Carroll's so sleazy. And see if he could get any information on what the 49ers are doing. How's that working for you, Pete?
Yeah,
Gene D?
it'll be
God.
interesting if the Cowboys know our plays when we're playing them in week 4 or 5 or whatever it is. See if Trey gives them all the secrets.
I know, right? Trey's been there for 3 years. Jerry Jones, he's had enough of the 49ers beating his team. I'm telling you right
I think
now,
Jerry Jones would pay $6 million just to have that insight.
Intel.
That alone.
Exactly.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean,
Evan,
we'll see
you
what
know
happens with the.
One thing I want to ask you about, though, remember how Kyle played against the Atlanta Falcons every time we played him since he left Atlanta? He seemed to play conservative, damn near vanilla offense. But then again, having a coach know your offense versus a player is two different things. I don't want to worry about that to add to my anxieties. We got to beat the Cowboys. And they built their team to beat the 49ers. I can tell what they're doing. They designed that team to beat the 49ers. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like this year is going to be very focused on offense in the NFL. So I feel like you're going to see a lot of high-scoring games, no matter how good your defense is.
Yeah.
So
that's what the league wants too. The pimp flags.
Yeah.
Refs gave us an example of that just the other day with all those BS calls. They were getting warmed up. So you're right.
Yeah, I mean, we're just going to have to outscore people. That's going to be the new formula.
Yeah, maybe. I just don't want every flag on number 97, roughing the passer. What? Nick never lays down these guys. Nick lays people down as gentle as I've ever seen anybody do. He always lays the guy down gently. Dang.
That or offsides on him or line up in the neutral zone.
Yeah.
And where you see that in every play in the NFL, but they only call it on Nick. And his brother, for that matter.
Yeah. Joey lost his mind last year. Yeah, I know. I had to laugh because Joey was livid. Oh.
Oh, he was steamed. His coach looked scared when he tried to hand him his helmet. And he just went on the ground.
Notice everybody cleared out around him? Jesus. Damn, Joey. Damn, dude. Calm down. Joey, hey, I'm on your team. Hold it. So, anyway. Hey, I tell you what, I'm going to see you on the cut day, and let's see what they do. Always a pleasure, Phil.
Shout out to you in production and all the faithful, the Tonys and Ellis, and everyone have a good night.
The group, the boy band. That Evan. And we got 3 too. Tony, Tone. It's chill. This is a good thing. Having Phil before Big Show and Papa Dragon gets there's always entertainment. Yo, hey, Phil. Chill, Phil. Phil, I've got some worries. I've got some concerns. I'm glad you're here. Please set me at ease.
Well, I'm concerned about Nick.
Okay.
I just think it's Big Show says that the salary cap doesn't matter. So why aren't they just writing him a check? It does matter.
It always does. Especially as close as the cap the 49ers are right now. They're over the cap for next year already. So there goes Ayuk or somebody.
That's why I think the negotiation with Nick's having problems. Because the Niners don't want to lose players and have to do a fire sale. And I think one guy that you probably would see go in a fire sale would be Dre Greenlaw. I mean, next year he gets $10 million and 0 dead cap. So
he's primed to go.
And you can get something for Dre Greenlaw in return as far as a draft pick too. Something you can no less than a second round pick.
Yeah, I don't know, but if someone's going to trade for him for a $10 million salary, so
the Rams should. No, don't trade to the Rams. Yeah, he's a good linebacker. There's a lot of teams that are suspect in that area.
He can't help the Rams. They lost 41-0 in preseason. Yeah, I'm just glad, Ronbo, we got 5 buys this year. 2 against Arizona.
The Rams.
2 against the Rams and a regular bye.
I'm not playing my first string that week. Let Brock take a break and let Sam play those games. And we could some guys could we could do like the NBA. Some guys could take weeks off.
I'm not worried about our kicker. Either Moody's going to be healthy by the time game time starts, or we just pull someone off the streets and have them kick for one game. But that's the way it is with kickers.
Yeah, I mean those are young boys. Phil, how in the hell don't they know about warming up and getting stretched out? I don't understand. If you're a kicker, that should be your team.
I could have said that to the whole team.
Well, yeah.
How many hands?
That's true. God.
Jeez.
Pulling muscles.
I mean, I can understand a broken bone, but these hamstrings and quads and calves and cores and everything else that goes along with that soft tissue stuff.
Ball, the coach always said, guys, don't come out until you worked up a light sweat. We did have guys that are BSing on the light sweat, but still, most of us did stretch out until you broke a sweat. And now let's go. Stupid. God. I don't understand this.
Well, anyway. Ronbo, I think Nick's going to get signed, but what worries me is he gets signed on a Saturday, goes in and plays on a Sunday, and gets hurt.
No, he's not going to play. If he signs a day of or before, the 49ers will tie him down in the locker room or at his house or somewhere. He's not coming out. Nick's going to be chomping at the bit to get out there, but he ain't playing.
Not a game you want to sit him, though.
I have to. For the long run. I need him to get a week of work in at least. Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
that's my biggest concern. I mean, if we sign him this week sometime, great. We've got a week's worth of practice. He can go up against Trent a few times, and he'd be good to go.
Trent would appreciate that too.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my only concern. Seriously.
Man.
So we've got a boatload of. We're going to be busy next draft. Unlike this year. Next year we're going to have picks every round.
Yeah, because we're getting rid of some people.
Picks.
Yep. Scouts are working overtime this offseason.
I mean, already we got a first, a second, our third, 2 comp picks, third picks in the third round. So we got 3 total.
Mm-hmm.
Then we got 2 fourths because we got Dallas's.
Yep.
We got 2 fifths. We got 2 sixths and 2 sevens.
We got a lot of picks.
And we're going to pick a lot of offensive linemen.
Thank you.
I don't
Tired
care
every
what
year
Big
crying
Show
about the offensive line. Get some offensive linemen. If you give yourself enough, one of them or 2 of them's got to be good.
Yeah, you get in there, you get some depth, and then you work them up into the first team when guys like Trent retire and stuff like that.
Which is another year or 2, and they should be ready to go. I think that's what they're thinking with Zakel. Has Zakel showed you any potential?
No.
See?
Not in the preseason. He looked terrible.
But he looked worse last year.
I mean, I think we're going to keep Moore Pryor because they looked good last game.
Yeah.
And Feliciano.
Yeah.
And that's it for the back.
Yeah, you can't waste a lot of time with some of these guys. It's going to take them too long if ever.
And then the rest of them, like Zakel, you bring on the practice squad. I mean, the practice squads like being on the team. You can pull them up at any time.
Yeah.
For at least minimum of up to 3 games. So, they're like backups anyway.
Yeah. Actually,
they just got to clear waivers.
You just hope they don't have to get in yet until they're ready to go. Well, Phil,
Yeah.
let's get ready for Tuesday and see what indeed is going to be. Who's going to make it? You know.
Yeah, there's only really a few question marks. Who they're keeping at linebacker,
Yeah.
who they're keeping at tight end, who they're keeping. Other than that, I think it's pretty well set.
Yeah. The cornerback room concerns. I can't imagine.
Well, I think Luter, they're going to put on the pup
Yeah.
and keep him on the pup, and
He
then
is.
they can protect him and keep him for as long as they want. Aubrey Thomas has stood out. I think he's got a job now.
Yeah.
Womack, I think, has got a job.
Jameson.
And obviously D Moore and Ward are on the team. So really, Oliver's kind of a bust.
I
But I think they're going to use him against tight ends.
That's it. Just because he's big. So we're going to go. I think I'm going to see you Tuesday. Can't wait to see who's right.
Ronbo.
All right. Always a pleasure, Phil.
Okay. Talk to you later.
All right. Night,
Bye.
fam. Bye. Yo, Jacko.
Olive Oil gotta go, man. Olive Oil gotta go.
I know,
Olive Oil got to go, Rambo.
I agree, but they paid.
Rambo, did
I don't know how much was
you see
guaranteed.
that play with? Did you see that play with Kerry Hyder flushed the quarterback out to his right, and Oliver just
Missed.
Oh my God! Did you see that play, Rambo?
Yes, I talked about it for 15 minutes in my head, even after it was over.
All he had to do, he could have knocked the bejesus out of that quarterback,
And
or
he
that
missed.
quarterback would still be seeing stars, man. He got to go, Rambo.
Yeah, because
He got to go, Rambo. He remind me of Olive Oil and Popeye and Brutus, man. That boy.
Coach Wilson likes
Oh my
him.
God.
He spoke highly of him about a week or so ago.
Yeah, it's his size, Rambo. I think he about over what 6'3", 6'4". I don't know,
but
man.
he goes over 200 pounds.
gotta
He's
go,
6'1".
man.
And
He got to go, Rambo.
No, he
He got to go.
He
Ain't
gotta
no
go.
way. I'm just worried about the money we got to pay him. That's all.
Well, see, the 49ers are too. Because they can't just cut him and
Yeah.
save money. They would in a heartbeat at this point because they're trying to save money anyway. Didn't we give up a draft pick for him? We got plenty of draft picks.
Nah, I don't know. I think we just signed him. He probably was a free agent. I think we signed him, but he got to go. I think, I'm wondering what they're going to do about Latu.
No, Latu's
since
going to be
he
going on
got-
the IR.
IR,
He's
huh?
having something meniscus tear. He's
Yeah. How long is? I don't know what the
He'll be
timeline
redshirted.
with that. I don't know how long.
he redshirts.
For the whole year.
Yeah, they know he can't
I
play.
don't want to see that.
You know.
Oh my God.
I mean, yeah, you got too many good tight ends that can play. I don't want Latu out there dropping, making key mistakes at the wrong time, because he's shaky.
And then he's shaky. And then I really need a solidified backup for
George.
a right tackle, man. Left tackle. I'm sorry, left tackle.
You know.
Can't get him out of my mouth right now. That left tackle position, if he get hurt, we ain't got nobody but back him up that's solidified.
Well, you know what, Jalen Moore, Jalen Moore looked good the other day for reasons unknown. He kicked
I didn't
on
take a good
kick out
look at it.
blocks and everything. Jalen actually looked like Jalen. What happened to you, man? They must have threatened to kill you.
I don't know.
Why are you playing like this today? He looked good.
Yeah, and I like Jackson. I think they're gonna move in Armstead inside and put Jackson on the outside another end. Because,
Armstead was always supposed to be on the inside anyway.
Yeah, he gonna play on the inside because I think Jackson, all them rumors we heard about him in practice, knocking balls down in the end, he showed that in the preseason game. So I think
you
that's
want him out
good.
there. He's got some tentacles for arms.
I think he gonna show up. I like Brown, safety, Womack, Avery. I think they all make the cut. But I tell you who ain't making that cut. That Benedict dude down there in the Rams.
Talk about it. Anytime Stetson, the Rams said we may have made a mistake.
What's his name? Stetson 5, 4, 3,
2.
He put the 5 cut. And then Rudy Patootie.
Yeah.
Rudy Patootie was
Yeah.
bragging about how good he was gonna be. Oh my gosh,
Hey,
man.
Jacko.
He probably won't even make that cut.
Jacko, you on Twitter? Did I see your name on Twitter?
Yeah, I'm probably on Twitter somewhere. I'll be messing
Rudy,
around on there.
I retweeted it, but Stetson Bennett may be the quarterback draft steal of 2023.
Yeah, right.
Shut
That
up,
boy
Rudy.
is,
Shut it.
Hey man, put him out on the curb like the trash on Tuesday. He ain't making the cut. But Rambo, we looking good. I don't think the 53-man roster gonna change too much. It's just we got a couple decisions to make. Wide receivers. You know, we gonna lose some good players, man. And Seattle and the Rams, they're gonna be chicken hawking, man.
All we do is
picking up our players
teams.
off the street, man.
I agree.
Yeah, he's gonna stock them. But I think we got a couple players that we gonna sign to ourselves after Tuesday. You know, we're gonna sign a couple players, maybe a kicker. We might call up some kicker, somebody to come in. You know, maybe Gold come in for a 10-day try. I don't know, man, but we gonna get a kicker. But
he'd probably just consider that disrespectful. Maybe damn. Keep him on retainer.
Yeah, but we'll be okay. We'll be okay, man. I think Brandon Allen, they're gonna put him on the practice squad, huh?
Oh well, yeah, no doubt. Because you don't want he's not gonna be activated during game day because we need other positions. But yeah, he'll be available.
And I think Winters is gonna be on the practice squad. We're gonna try to save him because of Trey. I don't think he'll be here next year. So hopefully.
Is his contract expired this year? I thought he just got that last year.
Yeah, but I think Trey at linebacker he's gonna like Chillfield says, he might be one of the players to let go on a trading block next year because
I
of
can
that
see
contract.
that. See what you can get for him.
Yeah, and I think Winters might be the guy that they're gonna try to depend on to step up. Yeah.
This is what I hate about the game. Losing players I really like. Anyway.
Yeah, but we'll be good, Rambo. It's just that wide receiver core is gonna be something to mess with. Bill, he makes the cut. But Isaiah, I think that boy named Isaiah. I would really want to see him make the cut, man. But I just don't see how he gets on. I don't see how he beat out any of the wide receivers from last year, but I hope he make the cut. He got a lot of ball skills. When you can catch the ball in crowd, Rambo, I love when you can catch the ball in the crowd.
Yeah, because Chris Conley, that catch he made the other day, Isaiah Winstead, I know. Yeah, he's long. I like the big long targets, man, because especially if they got any kind of speed. But fam, we got to pull up Jacko.
Bill makes the cut automatically because he do kickoff return, so he taking up 2 spots. So. Yeah. But we looking good, Rambo. But that Bosa, I think we're gonna sign Bosa after we settle everything on Tuesday. So I'm looking midweek sometime. We're trying to see how much money we got in our books, and we'll probably get it done then. But
and working from there.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna find out
from there. But Rambo, I'll catch y'all later. I know you got a lot of callers, man. Thanks for taking me.
Always
Everybody hit that like, man. Thanks for the show, Rambo.
My pleasure, Jacko. Thanks for getting in here, too.
When is your next show? When is the next show?
Be back cut
Tuesday?
day. Cut day Tuesday.
Monday.
Tuesday.
All right.
Cut
all right.
day.
All right.
All right.
All right, faithful.
All right, Bill. Right. And Christopher Hengler. I love you, Ronbo. We got to prepare a lot for Steelers in week 1. Nick, get signed. All right, let's go, fam. Chris, thanks for the contribution. Yes. Because the Steelers, man, I thought a couple guys out that area. One said the dude, we already know the 49ers going to be a cakewalk. Really? They think that? Mr. Block Ice, it's all about health. Depth this year is important. And Mr. Block Ice, it's really funny because each and every year that's what it depends on. Do you think the Rams would have beaten a healthy 49ers team that year they went to the Super Bowl? Hell no. If there's one team we've already proven that cannot beat us under normal conditions, it's the Rams. Is this? Casey, at first I thought this was what's his name? Marketing pro whose dog was trying to get him to shut up last time he called. Casey, is that you?
Yeah, what's shaking, Ronbo? Yeah.
Case, get in here, man.
My friend's got this little Yorkshire terrorist
Oh,
over here.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So,
I think they get, you know, the small man's complex. Some dogs, like Chihuahuas, Yorkshire Terriers, some of the other little dogs, they do that because they know they're small and they don't want anybody to disrespect them.
Well, you know, Ronbo, I have a 6-year-old Newfoundland who's about 100. She's the runt of the litter. She's about 105 pounds.
That's
But she was a small pupper at one point. I had her when she was 10 weeks old.
All right. Yeah.
She's a lot of my life. Shout out to my dog, the Great Tasha. Ronbo, can I get a 49er shout out for the Great Tasha? She wears that.
For the Great Tasha? Yes.
Bandana. Yeah, she wears that good luck 49er bandana.
The Great Tasha.
Thank you, Ronbo. Yeah, there's not a bad bone in the Great Tasha, man. She's loving my life, Ronbo. Anyway, Ronbo, that is why I'm here to talk about the San Francisco 49ers.
Wow, right?
It's dawned on me that after watching the preseason, they have absolutely no offensive line.
Okay, but
they're getting gashed in the middle too much. And I'm concerned that after Ronbo, let me finish. It gets worse. I think after week 1, they're going to be second place in the NFC West, and might be in a tough battle. Because you know why? Because they decided to go for a budget offensive line. You know who their second highest paid offensive lineman is after Trent Williams at $27 million? It's Jake Brendel. Who's Jake Brendel, Ronbo? I don't know, but we got him for the next 4 years.
Listen, Case, you got to remember, Jake Brendel was actually on the Pro Bowl.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he made the Pro Bowl.
Last year?
Yeah.
With the 49ers?
You didn't know?
No, I didn't, Ronbo.
Oh, now you should be enlightened. Jake Brendel was nowhere near as bad as we predicted he would be. Jake Brendel held his own.
Was he an alternate?
Maybe. But I know he's considered one of the better centers in the league. Case, you have to think about
there's a lot of bad offensive lines.
There's a lot of bad offensive lines in the NFL. You know, we were in the top
I'm very
5.
surprised to hear that. I'm very surprised to hear that. But one way or the other, they still have this budget offensive line. And I don't see it working out for them this year. So.
Okay, you hold on to that thought because, see, the thing is, you're going to be in the same boat with Big Show if you're not careful. Big Show's made a lot of claims of a lot of doom and a lot of gloom. And meanwhile, the 49ers, I look around the league, there really isn't, man for man, a better team than the 49ers from top to bottom. Now, what ends up happening, if the 49ers stay healthy, do you know they could steamroll their way into Super Bowl? And I don't care who's up from the AFC representative. If they get to the Super Bowl, that means they are definitely clicking on all cylinders. 6 will happen this year, but we gotta avoid those serious injuries.
Well, Ronbo, it doesn't matter what kind of claims Big Show is making. You know, the facts are we got a 35-year-old left tackle that we're paying $27 million. If he goes down, we're going to be left with this budget offensive line. I mean, they have put so much money into their defensive line and really just gambled and said we've gotten so lucky with Brock that it all comes down to Brock. You know, I mean.
Well, no, it does to a degree.
Brock's not, if Brock's not putting up 30 points a game again.
Yeah, and that's not going to be hard. You got to look at CMC. He's had an entire offseason to learn things. CMC was out there just playing great football because he's a great football player. Now he actually knows what he's doing. Uh-oh. For any defense now that's going to think they're going to stop the 49ers, not going to happen.
Can Christian kick?
I know, right?
There's
the question.
They need. This is what I think is going to happen. I think the Steelers' special teams and a little bit of their run game is enough to pass.
They got a good one too.
To town.
Najee's over there.
I think they're going to put like 35 to 15.
What? 35 to what?
I hope I'm really wrong. I hope I'm sure.
What was your score?
35 to 15. Steelers week 1.
No, hey, actually, that sounds right. You know why? Because the 49ers offense, look, I got a slim down Debo. I got CMC, who now fully knows what he's doing. I got George Kittle. I got Ayuk. There's no avenue I can't. I got, if you know, the first game, of course, Elijah Mitchell is going to be healthy. There's nothing the defense can do to stop all of that. They might be able to stop one or two.
Yeah, I just think you have to take into consideration that Tomlin in week 1 at home is legendary. And if the 49ers don't have the special teams right now, they could get one-dimensional really quick, especially with the way Kyle coaches.
Offensively? No, one-dimensional.
Yeah, man.
There's no need for that.
But what if they start going? What if they start going for 4th downs like early on and stuff?
Oh, well, if they do going for 4th down. You know, Kyle's not going to gamble 4th downs
because they can't kick a field goal.
Stop it! Stop it! Stop it right now. We're going to have a kicker.
I mean, that's the way it's shaping up to be.
And the kicker they're going to get is probably going to be worth the. My God, I don't know.
And then even if they get the lead, Kyle's not going to be able to. Kyle's not going to be able to coach to keep them.
One team.
I don't know. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different this year.
Casey, don't overrate Don't listen. You know what we do a lot of? Don't overrate the opponent. You know what? If the 49ers get a lead on a team, that's bad because now they can play with you. See, the defense.
You have to look at what the Steelers did at the end of last year. They were really good at the end of last year. And
so were the 49ers. So that's why.
Yeah, but now we have to go into the Steelers with no kicker.
Well, okay.
I still don't understand what they're going to do. I mean, there's people on the offense now that they've traded Trey. There are free agents they could get out there. They could get Taylor Warren. They could get Eric Fisher. There's other players that they could sign now that they're not getting on. They're going to put up with Spencer Burford or I don't know, man. I'm not
Casey,
convinced.
you're calling some names of some good players. Burford looks good. In fact, he was looking pretty good last year. Now he's made himself a little.
Okay,
stronger.
but I'm just saying if one of them goes down, then they got this Feliciano, and I don't think they have the same depth this year.
Well, yeah,
at offensive line.
Well, no, actually the depth is probably a little more experienced and a little better than last year. But how many times do we have a guy go down last year?
I hope I'm wrong, Ronbo. I hope I'm wrong.
Well, I'll tell you right now, you are. So You're wrong, Case. We're fun. Although you're right though. All jokes aside, the offensive line, they need to stay out there. We got a couple of swing tackles. Man, I don't know.
I think what also is contributing to the big show like nature of my call tonight is watching all the defense. The defense got gashed so many times. Throughout preseason. Listen, we were big runs,
Case, we got to hang up. But listen, stop. You guys got to stop judging that preseason guys trying to make the team as the 49ers. They're not. They're going to be gone in a couple of days. But I'll be looking forward to talking to you Tuesday when we get the cut. And I say, Casey, see, look at who you got. All right, there you go. You'll be okay. What's your dog's name again?
Yeah, Ronbo. I'm just gonna blame this on the over-the-counter medications tonight. Ronbo, chalk it up to that, and I'll be in for another installment of the Reverend Ronbo Show. Thank you for the platform, Ronbo. Shout out to the Seahawks fans that don't have no Ronbo Sports. They're spending their Sunday night over here. They've left the Cohen's kids table, all the Cardinal fans, over with Ronbo Sports.
Case.
Thank you, Ronbo.
Hilarious.
You have a good night, man.
You too. Good night, Casey. Hey, let's get on over to Tennessee. It's the Dragon Clan. Papa Dragon.
What's up, dude?
Pop, man, I'm sitting here. I've been in pain and suffering, but I always like to mask it. I'm gonna get up and go hit the heavy bag when we get through because the kicking situation is making me crazy. Because I'm not worried about Nick. I think the 49ers are pulling some kind of stunt with that. But the kicking game, that ain't no joke. We got a problem. But you know what? Pop, go ahead. Give me, spill it.
Oh, my God. Ronbo, I'm just looking at the chain of events that's leading us to a climactic finish to this whole thing known as the Shanahan era. Okay. It began with the pick of Solomon Thomas over quarterbacks and over CMC.
Yeah.
It continued was the DeForest Buckner trade. Then the saga led to the 4 picks that were traded up for mystery quarterback.
I thought it was 3. Oh, there was 4 picks. That's right. I forgot about that third
Which
round.
Jed York had 1/3 of the say in this choice, Ronbo, and he utilized his personal advisor to say, if it were you, who would you take? And his personal advisor said, Mr. Lance is the pick, sir. His personal advisor, more on him in a minute. Now, we move on to the selling of the QB room.
Yeah.
The QB room. Only this franchise says, we don't have a quarterback, we have a QB room. We were sold on the QB room, Ronbo. The QB room will save the day. And all of a sudden, the alumni started chiming in. The alumni started saying things like, oh, it doesn't matter who's playing quarterback. There's no excuses this year. The greatest receiver of all time, Jerry Rice, Ronbo, said it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Who is his quarterbacks, Ronbo?
Young Montana, some of the greatest legends of all time.
Then we get decimated in the conference game. Remember, Ronbo, no excuses. We were decimated. We were destroyed on the right side of the offensive line. But was it a surprise? No, it was no surprise. We all knew the offensive line, the right side, was shaky. We all knew that. And we didn't lose just one quarterback, Ronbo. We lost 2 from the right side line.
Oh.
Enter free agency. Kyle Shanahan goes up to Jay York, says, sir, we would like to go get an $80 million difference maker. And know what he says?
What?
Defensive tackle.
Jets signed off on it. They talked him into it.
Then to top it all off, trade Lance to the Cowboys. And we're the ones who made the call. We called them. And they said, Jerry, we got the 49ers on the line. Jerry says, hello? He says, we want to trade Lance. You know what Jerry Jones said?
Okay.
Done.
Wait.
He said done. He
said
the first word out of his mouth was done.
Wait, the 49ers were calling around? I thought they were sitting at home receiving calls.
They called the Cowboys. Jerry Rice, they called the Cowboys last, but they called them. And when they called them, Jerry Jones says, done. I am not letting you hang up the phone until we strike a deal.
And
so you traded.
We don't do deals with the Cowboys. I was trying to figure that one out. When was the last time we actually did
You
the
traded our
transaction?
quarterback with the most upside to our arch nemesis for 4th round. Now,
Pop, you
this
okay?
past summer, who was hired? Ray Gore. Ray Gore was hired as a front office person. And now all these rumors, all these murmurs are coming from alumni, which means that's coming from Jed, which is this year is win or else. You got no excuses now, Mr. Kyle. You got your real deal quarterback. You got your dream Sam Darnold, who, by the way, based on a poll here in Nashville from 49er fans, you want to know what people feel about you guys?
What?
Go to other markets. And we did a poll today here in Nashville. Who would you rather have on this team as a backup quarterback? Trey Lance or Sam Darnold? 98% of those fans
98%
said Trey Lance.
Wow.
Over 2%. Now, Ronbo, we are coming to the climax of this story. This year, Shanahan has to win or else. He has to win or else this season. And right now, he's got problems. And not only does he have problems, but he's got problems next year. Because as you already eloquently stated, we are over the cap next year already. Next year, Debo's due to make $28 million. Armstead's due to make $28 million. That's a big chunk of it right there. So, that being said, Ronbo, we have no choice this year. We have to win. But remember, September for Shanahan's 49ers is preseason. because he doesn't take preseason seriously, and his teams aren't going to be prepared, and injuries are going to pile up, and we're going to either be, if we get out of September 500, it's a win for us, right? Because he starts slow, and then we come on.
That's not a policy, but yeah, I guess they have for the last couple of years.
But now we got to do this, Ronbo. We got to do this. But what I need right now from the 49ers is I need them to protect Brock Purdy. Yes. I need Brock Purdy to play 17 games, Ronbo, because it takes the third season. The quarterback's third season is when you know who that quarterback is. Okay? Peyton Manning, we didn't know who he was to his third season. Same thing with Andrew Luck. Okay? Same thing with Steve Young. But you know who else who blossomed in their third year? This is the third year of playing. So, Big Show, this is not the third year of the team. This is the third year of playing actual games. You know who blossomed in their third year and made a Pro Bowl? Their third year of playing, Ronbo?
I don't know.
Geno Smith. Geno Smith.
Third year? Geno's been in the league.
In his third year of playing football, actual games.
Oh, I see what you said. Okay. Because Geno was off the field most of the time.
32 games played.
Bob, on that note,
on the 37th game,
Bob,
he blossomed.
We got to go. But listen, we're going to find out some things come draft cut time, which is coming in a couple of days. And let's see what the 49ers do next. You don't draw any conclusions yet.
I'm not drawing any conclusions, man. I'm telling you one thing right now. They got to make some serious decisions about Bosa. Because next year's coming, and the Bills coming due. And we got 0 championships to show for it, and I got a starting quarterback with 7 starts. That's what I got. And I got to win with that. A 23-year-old quarterback. No pressure, Ronbo. No pressure.
Yeah.
No pressure.
Well,
and no excuses, Ronbo.
It'll make you feel better. He's leaving in 2 years as soon as we find another cheap quarterback. Anyway, Pop, I'll see you Tuesday, Pop.
Shout out to you, Ronbo. Shout out to production. Jalen, Big Show, Chill Pill Phil, Snyder Mike, where you at? Alice, TNT, and all 3 Tonys. And holler at Tony about what Atlanta people think about the 49ers situation. Holler at him.
All right. I'm sure he's going to tell us. I'd love to hear it now.
We're laughing stock, Ronbo.
Oh, God. All right. Sam Donald brought a lot of comedy, I guess. All right. Bob, I'll see you Tuesday. He hasn't done that in a long time. He just broke the sound barrier.
What?
Bam and boom. Give him a good night for me, Bam. I'll talk to you. Hey, let's go check out. Hey, Kenny Powers.
Ronbo.
Kenny, come on in, man. As you know, we're randomly picking out things that concern us the most individually. So, Kenny, whatever you think that needs to be brought to the table, go right ahead.
I don't know, Ronbo. Getting kind of tired of Kyle. He's got to do it this year. Something's got to happen, Kyle. We got to do something with you, Kyle.
Because the team's too good.
Year 7. He's loading up our future payroll to ruin us. I don't know what he's really thinking here. $250-something million next year, guaranteed. I don't get it.
So we'll be $6 million.
Well,
$256.
$5 million of dead money next year. That ain't shit.
Yeah.
What is he doing? We got a cheap offensive line. He's going cheap on the quarterback every year. We know that. We don't see any upside by doing that.
Kenny, the thing is, they sat down and they brainstormed to come up with this whole sustainability scheme as they're trying to run.
I understand why he's doing it, but I'm saying in the long run, it doesn't look like it's going to be helping us. We're going to owe more money next year, and the year after, and the year after.
Is it going to work? Is the question exactly. So,
yeah.
And what they did is they got their A list, and then everybody not on the A list, they're expendable. So we asked that question about Brandon Ayuk. I think it's been answered. No! Brandon Ayuk
can't go out and get another Sam Watson next year. We can't go out and get another Jake Moody. We can't go out and get another Trey Lance. We got to next year's draft picks. We got to do something, and we got to hit it.
Well, you may not need another quarterback next year. We should give this kid a little bit of a chance. I think.
No, we don't need a quarterback, but you know what I'm saying. We can't go out here and get these guys who have so-called potential, and then something happens like Cam Latu with this meniscus tear, whatever the fuck he got.
Yeah. And they're gonna draft a quarterback anyway. I mean, that was gonna go through the draft.
We're going to need a tight end next year. We know that.
We need a tight end every year.
Cam Watson's going to be out, what they're saying, like 6 to 8 weeks.
And he ain't that good so far.
I know.
Maybe he's gonna be better later. But
So he's out. So it leaves Kittle.
Warner, Dwelly. We're still with the same people.
Yeah, same people.
So George's gonna be out there blocking a lot more than we want him to. You know.
So something's got to happen. We got to make it happen this year. It's getting old. Every year talking about the same stuff and nothing happens. Every fucking year.
And standing right at the door. That's what's so bad, Kitty.
Yeah.
We get right at the door.
And the funny thing is, in the NFL, there's no team out there in the NFL that's like dominant. Every year it's different. There's no team that's dominating the league. It's for us to take it, but for some reason we're just not doing it.
Yeah, because you know what? We are they're going to dominate in what fashion? If you look at that, the 49ers have been. The Packers have been.
We haven't. We just haven't been
Cowboys
expressing. We need to show it. We need to go out
Chiefs.
week in and week out and kick ass for everybody in the league. Like that team's team beat. We need to go out there and show the league. You know, we need to go out there 6-0.
Kenny,
For
that's
once.
where it really counts. Are you
Go out there
really
and
that
do it.
good or not? And the playoffs will always expose teams that aren't that good. So that's why I'm saying the 49ers to have done what they've done, that's domination, actually.
Kyle's going to have to call some plays in the crunch time, too. He's going to have to quit doing what he's doing. I don't want to see no play actions at the 1 yard line anymore, bro. We make it to the Super Bowl.
You ain't fooling nobody, I know.
We get to the Super Bowl, we got to do it. None of this fucking 10-point lead bullshit.
Well, normally that should work. I don't know what happens.
If we look terrible against the Steelers, Ronbo, I don't know, bro. Like, if it looks like bad where everybody knows unanimously, like, this is bad. I don't know what's going to happen.
Remember, you got a battle-tested, hardened, pissed off bunch of veterans. I don't see them embarrassing themselves this year in that fashion. If they lose, it's because the team.
I don't either. But if something happens, we're all sitting there like, what the fuck, bro?
This is year 3 of this team being together. A lot of teams are going to get really dominated and beat up. There's going to be some competitive games. But as far as coming in and just kicking the 49ers' ass, it's going to take a lot to do that. Especially, we got too much on both offense and defense now to not be in every game. The outcome at the fourth quarter is going to be the one, though. That's whose game is it?
It's going to have to play good on the road, going to Philly. We're going to have to take care of them.
Schedule, I forgot about that. We're on the road way too much and way too far.
We'll see them in the playoffs.
Man. We'll see.
I'm excited, though. I'm looking forward to it.
Should be fun. Yeah.
The season's going to be fun. But, Ronbo, you need to do a show down at Levi for a game. That would be cool.
That would be fun. But
that'd be cool.
And especially I get some of the guys come over and have a holler.
You think we're going to keep Latu by Tuesday, or you think we're going to cut him?
They'll keep him and then they'll put him right on the IR. Latu's having some kind of surgical procedure on his leg or shoulder. So he's having some kind of medical treatment. Latu's not going to be a problem. Our 2 wide receivers are going to be designated to either the IR. The pup list, you got Luter Jr. We got a lot of guys that are being designated to spots that they're not even going to take a roster spot up, but they still count against the cap. That's the thing, though.
Jake better not miss any field goals or anything against the Steelers.
Dang, Jake. He ain't making them when he's healthy, let alone when he ain't feeling well. This is real. Jake Moody is worrying me. I ain't worried about anything else really because I know Nick's going to sign. But Jake Moody, he's not well. Mentally, he's having issues.
Did you see Wisnowski sliced me that last game?
Wasn't that awful? I mean...
He sliced it twice. I was like, what?
Damn. So we just quit and started trying to get 2 points.
He was like deer in the headlights on the sideline. He was trying to explain it to his teammates.
You can't. That's not his job. I wish he'd work on it, though, anyway. You know, Mitch, you've kicked the ball. You've been punting all day. Spend a half an hour or so just work on the field goal, see if that works. We got to get you up to speed in case that happens again.
You see John Lynch at the podium? He was all nervous and shit.
Yeah, he was probably feeling bad about the trade situation too, though.
Yeah, it was.
Sadly, That's really an embarrassment, and not to mention kind of a painful thing for both sides.
Yeah.
Anyway, well, Kenny, I'm back on cut day, and let's see what's going on.
Yeah, I'll hit you up Tuesday. I'll see what's
All
up.
right, Kenny, it's the first time we got you
All
two
right.
times in a row, Kenny. All right, let's go for 3. See you Tuesday.
All right. You have a good night, Ronbo.
You too, fam.
All right, man.
And return of Dark Brother. Dark Brother, get in there, man.
Hey, Ronbo,
Dark Brother.
did you see what I did you see what I saw last night?
Is it regarding what?
I mean, not last night, but last night when we played. Kinlaw. Oh my God, he was a monster.
Okay, you saw what I saw. I stopped saying anything because nobody saw it except me and you. I said, Kinlaw looked good. I thought
he was wrecking the backfield until they doubled him every single time after that.
Right, they doubled him. And that's going to help
you watch
us.
If you watch it, the only way they could have stopped him was they put 2 men on him every single time after that.
They had to.
Yeah.
Now you know what that means.
Hey, so
that damn double Kinlaw. I got them linebackers back there, boy. Go ahead, double him up. I still got an interior lineman too. So go ahead. That's what I need Kinlaw to do. Eat up blocks. Yes.
The problem is, like last year, they were doubling Armstead.
They won't do it this year.
I
wish they would.
So I mean, what the hell are they going to do? I mean, you're going to have Bolts on the outside, Armstead or Hardgrave on the inside with Kinlaw. They're just going to alternate between Armstead, Hardgrave, and Kinlaw.
Yeah.
Who are you going to double?
You can't. You can't. And if Drake Jackson continues to look like he looked in preseason, look out.
He looks small. I don't know why.
Man.
Jackson looks, I don't know, he just doesn't look like a lineman out there. Gets all those monsters.
Quick. He's fast. He's got long arms. He's real athletic. If you've seen those 2 passes go right, I see the pass go through his hands. I see him block one. The dude's going to have some INTs, okay? Because people don't understand what's coming at him. Quarterback's going to let that ball go, and he's going to tip it, and he's going to make the catch, and he can run. He had a moment in practice where he ran the full length of the field, and there were people in pursuit. They couldn't catch him. I said, okay, let's
yeah, it's going to be interesting. It's going to be very interesting. Yeah, they got to keep Hyder, man. I mean, that's the only guy who's mature enough to stay in his
Chris
gap.
Stewart loves him anyway. He wasn't going anywhere.
Yeah, so we need the veteran experience on the line there to hold the gap. Hey, my other thing is I saw an interview today with John Lynch, and he finally admitted that both he and Kyle totally didn't see Purdy. It was the person who scouted Purdy was Brian Greasy. Yeah, he gave Brian Greasy the entire credit, and he said Brian insisted drafting Purdy because he didn't want to lose him to another team that could just sign him undrafted, right? So Brian Greasy, he's the man.
You're right, because if they wouldn't pick him up in the 7th round, it would have been a race to the phone to see who could call him first.
Yeah, which leads me to my other topic. Lynch have been a total bust when it comes to drafting. I mean, before people would say, "Oh yeah, he missed out on Trey," but look what he did. He drafted Purdy, to make up for that. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss, right? But really, it wasn't him. It was Greasy that drafted Purdy, pretty much. So basically, let's start out with 2017, right? He missed out on Solomon Thomas. He missed out on let's just go right down the line, right? Who's after that? It was
the guy I wanted that year. I wanted CMC. People thought I was out of my mind. Come on, Ronbo, man, nobody kicks a running back in the 1st round. So look, I'm telling you right now, I know what I see. CMC is going to be a bad mofo. I knew it. See? And they took Solomon Thomas.
Every single 1st, 2nd, and even 3rd round pick, they missed out on every single one except for Debo and Ayuk.
Debo's a 2nd round pick.
Yeah, but every other 1st, 2nd, and 3rd round pick, they have been a bust for them, except for Debo and Ayuk.
You're not saying bad things about Dante Pettis, are you? You know,
Dante Pettis was a major bust.
You know what, though?
They got lucky with Kittle.
Yeah.
They got lucky with Kittle because he was was it fifth or sixth round?
Yeah. Him and Trent Williams.
Yeah.
Was that his last name? Yeah. He got hurt, but he was one of the best at running that slant in the NFL. He was number one. He got hurt. His back, and he was never the same.
So anyway, I think John Lynch. I don't even think he would mind being fired that much, because he said he had to put in a nice life before coming to the 49ers.
Well, he can go to the booth.
So
any network.
As soon as Frank Gore is up to speed, I hope Jed just go ahead and make the transition to Frank Gore, and let John Lynch go back to his life before.
No, you're not gonna make. You want Frank Gore as a GM? I think I'd rather put his assistant in there. Well, you know what? Let's see what Frank does. I don't think he's going to be in the office all the time. Frank's going to be out checking out talents, isn't he? I think.
Hey, and one more thing, for all those people who doubt, how good Purdy is, just have them go back and watch the Iowa State versus Oklahoma when Purdy was the quarterback playing against Jalen Hurts.
That's what I thought you were talking about.
I mean, that team on Oklahoma was loaded, man. I'm telling you, they had CeeDee Lamb, they had Sermon. Trey Sermon was the running back for them at the time before he transferred to Ohio State. So I mean, that team was just loaded, man.
No, Purdy. His what he does is amazing, and people are going to notice that probably a little more this season. We got to pull up though, fam.
He actually ran better than Jalen Hurts. When he scrambled out of the pocket,
is saying something.
He was actually scrambling out of the pocket better than Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
People always give credit Jalen Hurts a dual threat quarterback.
Brock, plus he picks the right.
Go back and watch that game.
All right, fam. Brock knows when to run. That's what I like about him. We got to go though, fam. I'll see you Tuesday.
Hey, just one more thing.
No.
One more thing, Ronbo.
We're gonna get cut off, fam. Can you do it in 10 seconds? Go.
Yeah,
Hello?
Brock is 1 inch shorter than Steve Young, and he's 15 pounds more muscle than Steve Young.
That's a good thing. All right. I'll see you Tuesday, fam.
All right.
All right. Hey, Bethel.
Hey, Ronbo.
Let me, Texas boy. Okay, go ahead, Bethel. Don't let me get started on it. I don't know why. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I see Cowboys fans are laughing because we gave up our first round pick and they only gave up a fourth round pick for them.
Yeah.
And I seen Jerry Jones is laughing at our scout team because we picked Trey Lance and we didn't know how to use him.
Is that what Jones is saying?
But that they know how to use him. That they're gonna know how to use him. But actually, I want to say Kyle is an evil genius. That's what he is. Because Kyle knows that we hate the Dallas Cowgirls. We don't like the Dallas Cowgirls.
Bethel, where you going with this?
And if I remember right, I heard a lot of people saying, I hope Trey Lance kicks Kyle's ass when he plays him.
Okay.
And if he's in Dallas Cowboys, if he's a Dallas Cowgirl, we're not going to root for him. We're going to root for the Niners to beat the Dallas Cowgirls. So we can't root for Trey Lance if he's in Dallas. So he gave
Some
him to
people
Dallas.
hope he does.
So we won't
People
root
come
for
on
him.
and said they hope that Trey beats us to death. I said, I really, I find it hard to understand how you got that mad that you want the team to lose. 49ers to lose.
Yeah, I see a lot. Now I see a lot of people change their mind. A lot of people don't want Trey Lance to beat us just because he's a Dallas Cowgirl.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not
So
his
that's
fault,
why he sent
but-
him over there. So we won't root for him.
Hey, Bethel, you know what's really funny that you mentioned that? I read an article today where Jerry Jones is seeking to thin out the 49er crowd in Texas. You know what? What you're saying applies to what that writer was talking about. Jerry Jones is looking to drag a few 49er fans over to his side and stop filling up that stadium with all that damn red shirts on. That's hilarious. And then you reminded me of that article. I read it and I chuckled. But there's some truth to it. Because some 49 fans are really pissed off.
I'm thinking because if he wanted to, he could have sent them to Buffalo with Josh Allen. He would have been a good suitor for him. He could have sent them to Baltimore Ravens with Lamar Jackson, another person that he could have learned good from. I think the only issue that we had with Buffalo is that Buffalo wanted the Niners to pay some of his contract, and we didn't want to, and the Dallas Cowgirls were willing to pay the whole contract.
And take up the whole, That was the best deal they got, and I think that's what they leaned on. The best deal we can get is not from Buffalo. It's not from Detroit. There was Detroit, Buffalo. Who's the other team?
The Ravens.
Ravens.
I don't know what they want to give up and what was the contract thing for, but I know there were the ones that wanted him too.
Yeah. So they took the best deal out of all of them because the 49ers weren't looking to help Dallas out in any way. That's just that was the best deal they could get, and Trey wanted out from what they're saying. He apologized. Kyle said, he didn't need to apologize.
Yeah.
We sort of failed on him as well. So he apologized for he thinks he let the team down.
Yeah, and then plus remember and I said this a long time ago. They don't want to mess with the agent of
Nick
Trey Lance because the kind of power he has and the agents he actually has behind him. So that's another reason why they traded him so quick.
Sam Darnold has the same agent too.
Yeah, that's another thing. And then plus, you never know. Trey probably got fed up of, him working so hard to, try to get that second quarterback role, and have your heart broken like that, it just he probably said, that's enough. I'm done. And probably he wasn't going to even play in the preseason. So, to not look bad, that's why they probably traded him really quick. You never know.
NFL is rough. I mean, really rough, especially on a young player coming into the game. It's already it's rough. And a quarterback too.
Yeah, and then I heard something about Sam Darnold. I don't know when, but he was telling some of the players that he was going to be QB2, that he already knew. So that's another thing. I don't know why, he was saying that, but then this happened, so I guess he was right.
Unfortunately, that's, Darnold was looking a lot confident out there. You get the feeling he already knew as well, though. Bethel, we got to go. And Tuesday, who stays and who goes? We'll find out.
Yeah, hopefully they could sign Bosa before that, because if they don't, his money is going to be counted over the 53-man roster, and you don't want that.
Well, no. Actually, if he signs after that day, they can actually get a better idea as to what they can do. But we'll find out.
We'll find out. All right, everybody, hit the like, and let's go Niners.
Thank you, Bevo.
And Rudy Pooty, you got your ass beat by the team that we beat.
41-0.
Yeah.
Night, Bevo.
Remember when the Rams were bragging about them beating them by a lot of points? Now they got their ass whooped the same way. So there you go, Rudy. Good night, Ronbo.
Night, Bevo. Yeah, really running up in there. Yeah, you guys don't look like no champions to me. After a preseason loss to the Raiders, he was talking all kind of poo-poo. And then they went in there and got their ass handed to him, too. I'll never understand Rudy. Hey, Tony.
Hey, Ronbo, what's happening, brother?
We're talking about wastelands like the Rams. It's really, we should have a whole show one week. We just talk about the Rams and the Hawks. That'd be a fun show. They provide so much material. I mean, good Lord. But Tony, looking at our situation though, what are you thinking? Pick any subject you want. I've talked about the roster cut down. You got the trade thing if you want to go back to that. I know how much you love Kyle. And any direction you want to take, go ahead.
Well, I mean, I'm afraid Papa Dragon's right, Ronbo. I agree with everything he said because it's Super Bowl or bust, isn't it?
Oh, and that's been the case for the last 3 years, though. We have no business.
Yeah, but I think maybe head office, the front office is involved in this one because he's chosen. Look, nobody's saying that Brock Purdy is a shit quarterback. But what we're saying is, where do you go from there?
Well, you're supposed to go to the Super Bowl. I mean, you got a team.
No, but I'm saying if do you have? When I say where do you go from here, I'm saying if Brock Purdy gets injured.
Oh no, see that's another story.
That's what I mean. Where do you go from there? What? The season's over.
Well.
So Kyle's made his bed. Now he's got to sleep in it. And I can't think but that if he stuffs this up, which he has royally, I mean, there's people out there, Ronbo, that were at every practice and everything, watching Trey and blah, blah, blah. I don't have anything against Sam Darnold, but Sam Darnold knew when you see him ringside or courtside with bloody what do you call him, George Kittle and co.
Oh yeah, that was telling, wasn't it? Yeah,
that's when he knew that he was going to be somewhere on the roster list with the 49ers.
Never went out with the guys. Never one time.
So if you want, you can look at that as an inside job. And Kyle's adamant that he wants this guy. No, I want this guy. So what? I mean, what? Oh, I don't understand it. I can't put the pieces together for it to make sense.
Tony, I got to tell you.
I mean, I know
it's. Kyle loves experience. I think, like what we're saying, we might be a little exaggerated on it, but the fact of the matter is, Sam Darnold's got a lot more experience over Trey, and that's already going to give Sam a couple of points. And then I didn't see him playing really poorly. He looked average at times, but I didn't really see him really have any really nasty moments out there.
Because you haven't seen him under attack constantly so far. But it would never happen. But obviously I'm not the coach of the 49ers. But if you had Jimmy, Brock, and Trey, wouldn't you be able to go to sleep at night?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Because that doesn't matter who gets injured, Ronbo, with that quarterback room. Right? That doesn't matter who gets. Jimmy gets injured, Trey comes in, Trey gets injured, Brock takes over. Don't matter. They're all good quarterbacks.
Well, yeah, that's what it was last year, exactly.
Right. Yeah. So here with Sam, he's an unproven commodity, And Cole hedged his bets on him.
Yeah.
And we don't know what our offense and the defense should be okay, but the depth on both sides of the ball is a little bit worrying, especially the O-line. And that's the part that probably scares most of the fans because they think about Purdy. There's nothing wrong with Purdy, Ronbo. It's a good quarterback. I mean, admittedly, he's only played 7 games but in those 7 games, everything was fantastic. But then when your brain starts going, what if Brock goes down? You know what I mean? We're going to rely on this guy for the rest of the year?
Yeah,
And
but on that same argument, though, Tony, we watched Trey go down constantly, too. The injuries is what we do.
Robert,
and you know it's really funny
don't
because
talk yourself into that.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying, I wonder where the luck stops and when does it get better? You know what I mean? Because we've seen year after year, we haven't had a quarterback stay on 2 feet. When's the last time? 2016?
Well, it must
15?
be Kyle's ignorance of the protection of the quarterback. What else can it be?
You know what, Mike McDaniel.
Is Brock Purdy going to be injury prone?
Me too. Yeah.
You know, yeah. Like at the end of the day, the game is played by that guy who throws the ball to everybody else. And do you or do you not protect Patrick Mahomes? Everyone's got to think to themselves, you have got a Patrick Mahomes. And after that, you've got nothing.
I know. And he's out there playing in preseason games. You know what, Tony? It could be the system. Patrick Mahomes got hurt, but not seriously last year. Well, he got hurt a couple of years. I don't know.
But he gets to dance around a lot more in that pocket, Ronbo, if my mind serves me correctly. You know what I mean? And he can get away. You know? Which Brock Purdy is quick in the first 10 yards. He's super quick. I think he's split times quicker than Christian McCaffrey's in the first 10 yards.
I know.
If I'm not mistaken.
No, Christian's up there with the elite as far as first 10 yards. But anyway, Tony, we got to stop. I'm going to see you on Cut Day, and that's going to be the shock of the year, I got a feeling. There's going to be some people going that we didn't expect to say goodbye to. I'm worried about Ambry Thomas, but we'll see. But yeah.
Yeah, it's tense moments, you know. Sometimes you think to yourself, let's get the season underway so I can get rid of these butterflies out of my stomach.
Yes.
But then again, let's see what happens. I mean,
there you go.
It's a different year this year for some reason.
And that Super Bowl will make everything right. All right, Tony. See you Tuesday, my man.
All right, brother. Shout out to everyone, and see you in the next chapter.
Looking forward to it. Cheers, Tony.
Cheers, man.
And it's a big show.
The big Dr. Gloom and Darkness show. Ronbo, we got to stop kidding ourselves here. We're severely overhyping ourselves right now.
But I don't want to overhype the opponents either, though.
The reason being is we have multiple crises heading into the season right now already. And Super Bowl teams do not head into the season drawing attention to themselves with crises, especially at the quarterback position, which is yet to be solved. And regardless of how people think of Purdy, that was an anomaly last year, unheard of. We still have yet to see why he was selected last in the draft, and he is a still relatively unknown quarterback. And not only that, I believe this whole quarterback situation that Kyle and John have botched over the years is going to come back to blow up in their faces this year. If somehow quarterback one, aka Purdy, underperforms, underwhelms, and is not above average, and or gets hurt, which he's been hurt twice already. He's had broken ribs and elbow surgery he's coming off of. And number two, our owner is in legal trouble.
Obliques. That's just soft tissue. He didn't break any ribs yet.
Still doesn't matter. He was hurt. He was hurt twice again. So, number two, our owner's entering the season with legal troubles, getting caught insider trading that landed Martha Stewart in jail. Number 3, we don't have a special teams. We don't have a kicker. Kickers do matter. They're people too, as Rich Eisen says. Kickers are people too.
Mm-hmm.
They do matter. Look at Justin Tucker. If the Ravens didn't have Justin Tucker, they wouldn't be who they are today. We wish we had a Justin Tucker right now.
Oh God, I'd be so delighted.
Number 3, Nick Bosa is not signed, and Rappaport is reporting that he may miss
week 1.
May miss week
I know.
1,
I wish
which also could leak into the regular season.
I think he's speculating
and miss multiple weeks. No, he's not speculating. Come on, he's been right for quite some time. This is the Trey Lance trade just proved that they've been right this whole time.
Did Ian say
we all know
Lance
that
was about to be traded?
What's that?
Did Ian also mention the trade was going to be about to be traded? Because that did happen overnight. Well, you know what? Had Trey not been QB3, he might still be with us.
And he also reported early in the preseason and the regular OTAs and said that Sam Darnold is most likely to be. He wouldn't be surprised if he was quarterback 2 when he's right about that. So, and people started seeing that writing on the wall when they signed that contract day 1, but that's neither here nor there. We're going to be potentially missing Nick Bosa week 1. We don't have a kicker. I had mentioned our owners in legal trouble right now, and we're the most injury-riddled team in the league. Like, we have players that don't last weeks 1 through 17. Let's be real, and we're expecting Super Bowl or bust. I'm expecting just to stay healthy this season. That's what I'm praying for.
Just bust. Show, come on. You're that kid that goes. We're going to the amusement park, and you're standing over in the corner getting mad because
I am not.
Or getting worried the ride's going to crack and break down while you're on it. You've got to cheer up. You've got to smell the red and gold.
How can I cheer up, man? Like they make these moves that are not that don't move the needle for me.
Listen, Joe, we've got one of the best rosters in the game.
Javon Hargraves didn't move the needle for me. We didn't need a Javon Hargraves. We needed a Caleb McGarry on the right side of the offensive line. We needed another right guard. We need more offensive line depth.
So I got to tell you,
that's what scares me, and that's why we're emphasizing preseason this year, because our depth is trash.
So quarterback killer machines are really important. It's already predicted now. If Chris Jones, what's his name, over in Kansas City, it's being speculated now. If Chris doesn't sign, Kansas City
tackle Nick Bosa as a defensive end, they're two totally different.
No, but the thing is, he is that guy.
Players
wait a minute, I just want to say, he is that guy that really destroys the opposition and what they want to do. You have to have those kind of guys. If you don't, Kansas City, with all their might, they're going to have shootouts every week, and you're not going to win all those.
Yeah, but Super Bowl winning teams don't draw attention to themselves entering the regular season with multiple crises on their hands, and that's unfortunately the situation we're in right now.
Yeah.
I don't believe we're making the Super Bowl this year. Brock Purdy is still a relatively unknown quarterback.
Unless injuries, yes. But who's going to beat the 49ers?
Come on.
I'm looking at the offensive team. What team is more powerful than that offense show? Honestly, give me some on the NFC.
Philadelphia Eagles.
Bring out the Philadelphia violin, guys.
Philadelphia.
Pre-show. That was a TNT member right there.
Philadelphia, listen.
Thank you.
The Eagles lost
the Dallas Cowboys
blood?
Are number 2. The Detroit Lions are up and coming.
Hey, listen. There's no defense out there that's going to stop the
You're living in fantasy land, Ronbo.
I got too much power, and I got too much proven veterans out there that have gotten it done already. I got some of the most prolific guys on the team on my team.
The veterans are living their best life right now by getting paid multi-million dollars, and they don't really.
You guys have been watching Debo, CMC, George Kittle. I'm talking Pro Bowl already. I didn't even tell you about
and a lot
Pro
of those
Bowl.
Players could potentially be lost next year. If we end up
I'm talking about now. Give me a team that 49ers won't run over offensively. I'm telling you right now. This I'm sure of. What we do if we get hurt is another story. But this team that's just built right now, there's no stopping that team. I'm serious.
We've become predictable ever since Kyle Shanahan's been here. We're a run-first team, and they know how to stop the run. And
we got show. We have two
we have two receivers who think they're receivers, but they're really running backs.
And they do a good job.
I mean,
So,
we don't have a Justin Jefferson, we don't have a AJ Brown or Devontae Smith or anything like that on our team. We just have a bunch of overglorified receivers who are really running backs. They're predictable to stop. And
from week to week,
George Kittle's always hurt week 1 through 17.
Joey got that hurt.
I mean, it's the truth.
We're gonna get cut off. Show. We gotta go. Production's getting crazy. We gotta go.
One more quick point. The reason why Kyle and John
Okay. Show. I'll see you on cut day. We can't go overtime tonight. We got too many people. Ellis. I'm serious. You guys think somebody can stop that offense? I got news. Go ahead, Ellis.
What's happening?
Yeah. We're just sitting there picking up stuff. Hey, you know, we having our before the season starts rally. Alice, what are you thinking? Pick any subject you want. Jump right in it.
Shit, I mean, when does the first game start now?
2 weeks.
I'm so spun with this fucking team.
2 weeks.
2 weeks from now.
Yeah, because the cut is Tuesday, so it's got to be 2 weeks. Because we don't open up on Monday.
Yeah. I hope Kyle keeps Isaiah Winstead.
He didn't really get a lot of chances though in preseason. I didn't really see him.
No,
1 or 2
no,
plays.
I know. It's just the opportunity. But when he got the ball, he got busy. That boy's going. If he doesn't get the opportunity here, he will get scooped.
Put him on the practice squad.
And he's gonna go ball somewhere. I would keep him if I was Kyle. I know we got Willie Snead, we got Connolly, and who else?
Connolly, I like.
Connolly and Tay Martin.
Yeah,
that's a really hard decision. And then we still got Ronnie. I really want him to keep. I mean, I know Willie Snead was playing good, but
I know, right?
I think Tay Martin is good as a big man. I would like to keep. I would keep Tay Martin. Well, Connolly's got that speed though, and then it's like who plays well on special teams. I know that's what it's going to come down to. Who's more beneficial on the special team side of the ball, and then also that can be incorporated into the offense. But I mean, I would keep Ronnie Bell.
Yeah.
I would keep Ronnie Bell, Tay Martin, and Isaiah Winstead. But I'm pretty sure he's going to keep Willie Snead, Conley, and probably Ronnie Bell. And Winstead and
because Ray and Danny are going to the IR, so you got 2 spots.
So I know, man. But we should keep 3. I don't give a shit. We should keep 7 receivers this year. If you're only going to have 2 quarterbacks, or you're going to keep Allen, you're going to have him on the practice squad. Keep 3 receivers, man. Keep 3 additional.
You can activate them off the squad though for that 1 week. I don't know that. I don't know how they're going to calculate so they don't hurt themselves with keeping too many, because they seem to worry about this. Seriously, worry about this. I don't know. Because each room has
between the wide receivers and the linebackers, man. That's gonna be the toughest. That's gonna be the toughest thing right there. How do you cut D. Winters and Jalen Graham? How do you cut those 2? I mean, Jalen Graham was over there going crazy. I know. D. Winters was looking really good too.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked like Drake, like a bigger version of Drake Greenlaw on the field, like a bigger version.
Winters is the one they're going to put on the practice squad to try to get away with that from the predictions.
Yeah. I've been talking about Jalen Graham for a minute, even over D. Winters. So
good reason too.
I'm glad we were able to actually see. Man, that boy, he looks mean. Yeah. He comes in, he puts a, he's like a rocket. You know what I'm saying? When he comes to lay that hat. He's a punisher too, like Drake Greenlaw. That's what I like about him a lot. But
he needs his refinement. That's true.
Yeah, just a little more technique and stuff like that. And Coach Holland, he does fantastic with our linebackers. You know what I mean? That's why we have some of the best linebackers in the game. Because Holland and having Saleh and having D'Amico there.
One of the greatest linebackers of all time. Exactly. They learned.
Really great stop. for sure. But yeah, man, it's. I mean, our first team offense is going to be, bar none, top 3.
Oh, hell yeah.
Just from a personnel standpoint, we'll probably be number 1.
People underestimate
We're probably first out of that 3. Yeah,
that's
we just got to make sure that we can get our offensive line to protect Brock. We need him. We need him for 20 games this year. That's going to be the ultimate test. Can we keep Brock pretty healthy for 20-plus games this season?
It's scary to even ask. I mean, fam, it sounds like too much to ask. I can't imagine that. I hope so. Damn.
Yeah, we need him. We're not winning no Super Bowl with Sam Darnold
and definitely
Brandon
not
Allen.
Allen.
That shit is
not
out. So let's not kid ourselves, into believing anything so ridiculous. So let's just keep Brock healthy, man. That's all I want. And I know you were talking about what's his name, Wilkes, saying he's just playing around and he's just trying to see what works and he has no plan on really doing all that shit he's doing. I hope you're right, Ronbo.
Yeah, nobody. Okay,
I hope you're right because he's doing a lot of blitzing and a lot of playing around, man.
He's what? Yeah, he didn't run any.
Yeah.
No coach is going to give up his stuff during preseason. And when's the last time we've seen that? He was just looking at people and what they were capable of doing. But as far as a scheme, oh, no. There ain't no scheme running out there. That goes on offense, too. Everybody's trying to say this 49ers ain't no damn good. Look, man, we're looking at people. They're not giving, no, that's what that is. So.
Yeah, we're gonna see what happens. I think right now that's the side of the ball that I'm most concerned about. I wasn't as concerned when it came to D'Amico. I kind of felt like he was going to, do a great job. He ended up actually, in his first season as our defensive coordinator, did better than Robert Saleh, even for the most part. I mean, Saleh, we were top 5 defense, pretty much every year with Saleh, but for D'Amico on his first season, for us to be where we were at, and so extraordinary. Wilson's got he's got something to compete with, man. He's got something to compete with. I'm hoping he can.
I tell you right now, get ready for a shock. If you're thinking the way you're thinking now, get ready. I'm telling you, that dude is too seasoned of a coach. If we think that that's the best he can do, get ready for a pleasant surprise. We got to go though. Family, let me see you Tuesday. All right.
All right, that's a bet. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for the platform.
Appreciate you.
Shout out to the faithful.
Shout out to that squad too. Miss them.
Yes, sir. Thank you, man. Shout out to all the faithful. Shout out to Papa Dragon. Shout out to Tony Tone. Shout out to that one. How am I forgetting his name? What's his name again? The kid who
Evan.
The gentleman that's always Evan. Shout out to Evan, man. Shout out to you, my boy. And y'all know what it is, man. Hit the like, subscribe, wipe your feet, and how about those Rams?
Oh, Rudy! Oh! All right. I'll see you Tuesday. Good dig. Rudy doesn't even come in and talk. He didn't even come into Twitter. I loved it. Oh, he did have a couple of things to say. B-Ham.
What it is, Ronbo?
B-Ham, I'm sitting there. I'm fighting a lonely battle. I got people that believe my offense ain't no damn good. They got the Eagles above us. They got the Cowboys right behind us. You know what? I can't wait to play these teams. Nobody's gonna move me on that offense. Is potent. It is ruthless. It is going to be bludgeoning teams. I ain't back.
This is. I'm gonna say this, Ronbo. And I'm not going to stay on it very long, okay?
All right.
The only people that
get in your microphone.
The only people that I hear a lot of talk from, fan-wise, is us. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's us. And the only ones that are mad, Ronbo, are the ones who really supported Trey Lance like that. Now, I don't have a problem with you supporting him, but in the 8 starts that he had or the 8 games that he appeared in, he ain't really showed us nothing that he was, you know, that much that we spent that much for. Okay, we gave him up. He gone now. Let's get ready for Pittsburgh, man. We got a full season ahead of us. You feel me? And the one thing I know is this: you get a lot of people that want Brock. They already putting him in the cast on the injured list, and he ain't even played a game this season.
I know.
I mean,
why? I know, right? What is that energy? Then we don't need that. No, we're not putting about injured. We're not getting injured already. God.
I feel like this. If we kept Jimmy Garoppolo healthy for one season, and he took us to the Super Bowl with a Mike McGlinchey, at least give this offensive line a chance, man. You feel me? Come on, man.
And I don't have Mike Person to worry about. You know, I mean, come on. We can doubt, but let's not go get carried away.
The only thing I see, man, is Brock Purdy. He was just like Jimmy Garoppolo. He is more decisive about where he needs to go with the ball. Our offense is a timing offense. We gave Trey Lance the keys last year. He ran until he broke his leg. Jimmy Garoppolo, remember I told you that last game? I said, ain't it amazing how Jimmy Garoppolo got right back in there? He hadn't been here the whole offseason, and the offense flowed smoothly. Then he get broke up. Brock Purdy come in there, and the offense flowed smoothly. If Trey Lance was this guy, well, how come the offense didn't flow as smooth, Ronbo? How come we still talking about developing a kid where he should already be NFL pro caliber ready? You got a Super Bowl roster team. Why are we still talking about development?
It's a $1 million question. I don't know. All I know is you can't play if you're not on the field, and that's what the problem. Unfortunately, the sad, terrible, disgusting problem was. Because I can tell BM.
Right now, he had the same problem as Jimmy G, but everybody wanted Jimmy G out here, but you still trying to come out and give him a chance. What gets me, Ronbo, is how people that are on the fan base are willing to go out here and risk a season, and we see the dude can't really even complete passes like that. We still talking about develop him. Hey, I'm glad the Cowboys got him because they not really Super Bowl contenders to me. You feel me? Let them fucking develop him. You feel me? Hey, we are going for anything, man. I'm worried about Nick Bosa getting on this team.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing. If we want to worry about something, Nick, would you please hurry up and get this done? Oh.
That's my main focus, man. Hey, the offense got in there with the ones, and I don't think Brock Purdy got sacked never maybe one time during preseason.
Yeah, that was a miss.
I think that was
the running back. Yeah, the running back missed his
right.
assignment. Yeah.
So I don't think CLC gonna be missing too many of his assignments. So I'm anxious to see how this team is gonna hit the ground running, man. I honestly think, Ronbo, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I honestly think a lot of folks is underestimating us.
Yes.
But I
even
really
our own
see
people.
us going about. I see us going about at least. We should at least go 5-0 out the gate.
Provided nothing hurts.
Beat everybody up. Should beat everybody up until we even the Cowboys. The Cowboys is the 5th game.
There's nothing the Cowboys can do about the 49ers offense. This is why I'm banking on. You see, first of all, that's too many polished pros. That's too much. The 49ers finally built an absolute wrecking machine. There's nothing going to do with Debo and McCaffrey on the same team. They got George Kittle out there, too. Now Ayuk's coming into his own looking for a payday. Oh,
And this is the
there's
thing,
no
Rumbo.
stopping
Think
that
about
team.
it. This right here. We got a kicker problem, but
Yeah, we
this
do,
is
though.
really
That's
the
true.
most healthiest that we have been coming into the season with all the wide receivers, the tight end, really all of the DBs. Really ain't nobody hurt. Okay, you give the kicker hurt, it's a little whatever, but this is probably the most healthiest we've been in a long time. So, hey man, let's get pumped up for the season, man, and let's get ready
and
to
you
go
sound
kick
like
this
it too.
Niner ass, man.
Yes.
I'm pumped, man. I'm not really with all the negativity, man. I really think that this team have a chance to go out there and do something special.
Yes. And it's not just hyperpool or just us seeing through red and gold glasses. We're looking at the people we have. Why would they get beat? Who's out there that could beat them? I don't believe it. I seriously don't.
Every time they ask who got a chance, every time they ask Ronbo, who stand a chance of beating the Eagles? The only name that comes up is the 49ers.
That's right. Fam, we got to go BM. Be careful out there. I'm going to see you Tuesday, and I agree.
Ronbo.
All right, fam. I'm sorry. That's too much offense. That is too much. They tell me they can get beat. Now, the defense looks like what they're supposed to look like. Tell me who's going to beat that team. Hey, Jeremy.
Hey, Rambo. Sorry I got on earlier. Sorry about that.
No, Jeremy, it's okay because it's got fun in here now.
But I'm not worried about nothing. You know, we're getting a kicker. Nick Bosa signed, and we're going to the Super Bowl. I don't know why everybody thinks we ain't. The Eagles ain't nothing. The Cowboys are just wannabes. I mean,
as long as Dak's out there working,
they was
I'm
good
not
in
worried.
the 90s, but that was it.
Yeah.
You know, hey, who they got? The Cowboys. Not a damn person.
Well, they got a good defense.
And the Rams suck.
Oh, no, the Rams. Now, that's
suck.
a joke. The Rams.
You know, the Cardinals suck.
Yeah. Okay. Hey, Jimmy, let's be fair.
Come on.
The Hawks might provide a fight, but they're not going to stop the 49ers offense.
No, they won't.
They cannot.
No, nobody's going to give us a fight. Hey, you got all pros at every position.
And they're all in their
Nobody's going
prime.
to give us a challenge.
Yeah, come on, man.
No, in the prime. You know, we're going to have a great quarterback. What are we worried about?
Well, we've had to.
I mean, come on.
We've had some traumas. People haven't gotten over it yet. You know, it's hard to get over what we went through last year and the year before, and the year before.
I mean,
well, the year before, 2 years before. But we need to get over it.
That's never happened before. I mean, come on. And Lance went to the sorry Cowboys. Now go cry at the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Let Jerry Jones have them. You know, he ain't going to develop them either.
Jones just collecting talent for what he said, which is really cold. I mean, God, Jerry, what are you doing? You're going to use him as a trade piece?
Yeah, look how much clout he's protected since he took ownership. None.
You know, and
when
now he's
Jimmy
overpaid
Johnson
Dak.
left, that was the end of that Cowboys.
Oh, God. You know, it's going to be, we got some games we got to fight. But at the end of it all, you got a lot of veterans out there on both sides of the ball who know what it takes to close the game out.
The only team we got to fight with is on the AFC, and that's going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, that AFC is that's
we
another
got
story
Kansas
there.
City and Buffalo. Other than that, we're going to run the world.
Damn right.
It's time for 49ers to just take them and stop them in the ground.
God, man, we got no right.
I want to see every one of their
necks
necks broke. I want to see every one of their necks broken and us come out champions.
Yeah.
I'm for us sitting everybody's at a hospital besides our team.
Hey, Jeremy, that's another good point. What team is more physical than the 49ers? Now, I think the Steelers are pretty tough.
We got the number one defense and number one offense. Period.
So,
we scored more than any team last year. Our quarterback got put out. We had the best defense. We're going to do it again this year. I don't know why people are so worried.
See, that's my point, Jerry. Why do people underestimate it? There's some people are that close to calling us trash. I said, come on, man. What are you talking about? Look at that offense. Think about it for a minute. And we go immediately to, well, if. Everybody's got ifs. So what? You can only get past your luck. The luck you get is what you're going to get. Okay. If everybody on our team gets hurt, okay.
The only way we ain't going if our whole team gets injured. That's the only way we ain't going. I mean, even with a backup quarterback, we're still going to make the Super Bowl. We have to go to a third-string quarterback not to make the Super Bowl.
I really don't know about that.
Heck, we would have had a quarterback last year we would have won.
Well, now you see, that's a good point. Now, I had no idea when Jimmy went down that we were going to continue on. And Brock came in there and shocked me. I'm still a little shocked that he hasn't made any real seriously bad mistakes yet. And he has grown. You see him the other night?
Going to. Yeah, he's good to go. You watch. I'm going to laugh next year when we're holding that Super Bowl title, and all them say Birdie wasn't no good. He's just a dump off quarterback. I'm gonna laugh. As I sit there, your Mahomes ain't as good as he thought he was.
And we'd be 6-2, Jeremy, the greatest team in Super Bowl era of, oh my God, all time. 6-2 Niners. Ow! Nobody could talk to us, Jeremy.
I mean,
nobody
could goes on his last draft pick. Think about it. Tom Brady was one of the last draft picks too.
6th round.
Look what he done. I mean, he was a 6th round. Towards the end when he was playing, towards the end of the draft. Look what he done.
It's destiny.
It don't matter where you're drafted. It matters what you do.
Yeah. Some players with a lot of heart. Look at George Kittle, 5th round
gonna
pick.
Be another one.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, he was 6th round last pick.
So we're going to find out.
I mean, so, and Birdie reminds me of just like him. He just picks that offense. He just picks that defense apart.
Oh, yeah, but he processes
quickly. He goes
quickly.
where the ball needs to go.
Yeah, I noticed that the other night more than usual. His processing is quick. He makes decisions, and he goes with it. And he does this quickly.
Tom Brady never had an arm either. He just picks that defense apart.
I know, that's really funny. Huh?
Birdie don't have no arm either. He just picks that defense apart.
That's all I need. Wear
That's
that
what you got to
defense
look
out.
at. He just picks them apart.
It's like a boxer scoring points. He didn't knock you out, but he beat you to death. I don't have a problem with that. Jeremy, we got to go.
Like Rocky Marciano. Rocky Marciano sat there. He just pick you apart and just beat your head in until you fell. That's what Birdie does. He just picks you apart and beats your head in until you fall.
That's a slow death. That's great. Hey, Jeremy, let me see you Tuesday.
All right.
Hey, man, appreciate
See you Tuesday.
I'm looking forward to it.
Everybody hit like on Ronbo Show.
Thanks, Jeremy.
And thank everybody. Thank you for letting me talk.
we love it. All right, Jeremy.
All right. Bye. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Give me one of the Ronbo shouts, too.
Oh,
while
yeah.
you had it.
Niners!
Thank you.
Jeremy, anytime. See you Tuesday.
See you Tuesday.
Uh-oh. TNT. Brace yourself. Here he is, one of the co-founders of TNT. He is Trez.
Ronbo.
I know you gotta try to talk me out of it. Go ahead.
Ronbo, I got a question. You got no choice, but you still believe in counseling.
To a degree, yes.
Okay, and that's totally understandable.
I was just trying to be honest. I said to a degree.
Yeah, we've all made mistakes before, Ronbo.
I've made many.
You get a girl pregnant. You think you have, and you run to CVS and you go get what we call a Plan B. Okay, a Plan B. Okay, so I need to know now. Since Brock Purdy is A, Trey no longer is A. Brock is been advanced to A.
Yeah.
Who is Plan B? Because Sam Darnold is only here for a year. Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. I don't know why people mistakenly like, oh, since he came to the Niners, he's going to be this awesome bag-up quarterback. Sam Darnold is Sam Darnold. He's trained. Okay, call it for what it is. All right, but what is Plan B? We don't have a Plan B.
Well, apparently it is Sam.
And I'm gonna tell you like this. This what John and Kyle has done, man. It's just. I mean, to me, it's just like you can't come back from that, man. It's a fire offense all day long. If you don't win at all, it's fire offense.
Yeah.
Because what we did with our picks, we helped everybody build their team. We helped everybody else build their teams with our picks.
Miami.
The Cowboys ended up with Parsons, right, and Trey now for a fourth round. And those picks that we ended up in that deal was it was with Miami, us, and somebody else, right? So Miami went on and got some good players too. So we
Miami
helped
got
build
stacked. I think didn't they get Waddle because of
they
us?
got stacked, right? Yeah, because of us. Waddle had it was another defensive guy. It's just crazy, Ronbo. So, I mean, I really want to know what is Plan B because I'm gonna tell you how they're gonna spend this. You know, I can see it coming right now. Well, if Purdy doesn't work out, you know, they're gonna say, well, you know, Kyle's gonna of course say Purdy was never his guy. John is gonna say, John is gonna say, actually. Well, we played the hot hand and it didn't work out. We thought that he earned to be the starter from his 7 games that he started last year, and we don't know what happened. So, okay, there goes Purdy, and Sam Darnold is out of here because he's on a 1-year deal. So who's coming in? Oh, Kirk Cousins. That's the next
I
one.
wonder where you were going with that. Oh, no.
Okay. That's Plan B.
You think so?
Hey, man, take the keys.
They can't afford Kirk Cousins, Trez. Kirk's not coming.
Lynch, man.
He's too expensive. We can't pay the people. We can't pay the people we have now.
Doesn't work out. What's Plan B, Ronbo?
Well, that's the scary thing about it. Plan B is going to be very frightening. Purdy has to work out. We don't have any money.
I'm trying to tell you. I'm telling you how they gonna spend it. They gonna spend it. Oh, we felt like he earned to be the starter. You know, they gave up on the process.
He gets less than $1 million a year.
They just gave up on the process of developing Trey, man. They just gave up. I've never seen that before. I've never seen somebody go up that high.
Where was he gonna get his snaps? You can't. There's no. They don't have the facility now to train him. You can't get anywhere working number 3.
You and I both know Trey should be 2.
Well, I mean, if they could have made him 2, but they didn't.
Why would we be sitting here? Why would we be sitting here saying Sam Darnold? Sam Darnold will be just fine being third-string quarterback because hey, he's just happy to have a job.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah.
Because he played that poorly in his league. Yeah. They gave up on the process, Ronbo. That's all they did.
Trey.
So I'm gonna quit rambling about Trey.
No, I just said
that chapter is over.
There's just a little bit though. How much time, Trez? 2 years. How much more time do you think it would have taken to get Trey up to speed to play with this unit?
You got to give him the opportunity. I think if you left him at 2, he got the snaps. He got the reps that he needed.
You think he would have got it?
He possibly could have played. You know, in Kyle, he possibly could have played this season. You know, and he could have put some packages together for him. It's just a whole bunch of sky's the limit. But they just weren't willing to do the work no more.
Well,
they just weren't willing. They gave up. They totally gave up, bro. Never seen that before.
Well,
so
yeah.
For everybody who says this is about Purdy versus Trey, no, it's not. It's
no, it never was.
Seeing the process through, the promises that was made to this young man when they drafted him, and they gave up on that.
And yeah, well, Trez, that's only part of the story. I think we're being a little unfair on that to some degree, but Right now,
Well,
it is that you could say gave up, but I mean, if he just wouldn't have got hurt, and that's a fate that your coach can't help. They got to find a way. He's got to stay on the field, and he wasn't able to. Because I want to know what his ceiling is too. I want to know where his potential is too. But it got forfeited because he was laid up. Sorry.
Well, Jerry Jones gonna find that out. He's gonna find out for us.
Well, yeah, but I
Definitely,
mean,
he's gonna find out.
he's got to get him out there and get him going. He's got to stay and Trey.
Oh, he's gonna get him out there, Ronbo.
And listen,
He's
let's
gonna
wish
make
for
sure
Trey
has
not
everything.
to get hurt so he can get some instruction. And I wish he would have got it here.
Yeah, he's gonna make sure this kid has everything he needs to be successful, like you should.
And good luck.
And because, like I said, here they gave up on that whole process, man. I've never seen that before. It's a fire and offense from both parties. I mean, for John and Cal, and people got to stop with that. Who will be our next coach? I don't care.
Let's get next show, next program. Let's get into that because that's too long, Trez. We got to go.
All right,
Trez, I
Ronbo.
appreciate you. You know this.
I'm good. 10 in the building. We out of here.
Yeah, y'all is.
Show put on the preaching tonight. I like that show.
Trez, have a good night, my man.
All right, Ronbo. Take care.
You too, fam. Me and Trez go back years and years. Boy, me and Trez used to have some knockdown dragouts, and then Trey would get involved. We used to team up on Trez, and that's why they became TNT. We used to fight so hard, they fell in love with each other. They made themselves an organization. T-Flow!
Hi, Ronbo.
Hey, what's up, Robert?
Allie. Hey, T-Flow.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't know why everybody's giving Kyle Shanahan a pass where basically he botched the only NFL team in history to pick a top 5 or a top 3 pick and gave up on him. Didn't even, you were talking about what was Trey's, Trey got hurt. Kyle Shanahan said in 2016 or 2017 when he was with the Niners, you do not want to run a quarterback up the middle because he will get hurt. And what does Kyle Shanahan do with Trey Lance? Does not know how to develop and Trey's not even a running quarterback. He's never been a running quarterback, not even in college. He was a pro style, under the center, roll out, play action quarterback that could run. He's not a runner. And what did Kyle do? He made him a runner. All right, so that's all on Kyle. And not only that, he gave him 4 starts. And not only that, Ronbo, from the first quarter to the fourth quarter, he got better and better and better.
Yeah, he did start slow.
And everybody
pick
forgets.
it up toward the game. That's true.
Everybody forgets it was a must-win against the Houston Texans. Texans were on a roll. And what did he do? We won with Trey Lance. All right? So if we didn't win that game, you could have kissed playoffs goodbye that year. So nobody wants to count in on that on Trey. And I'm just more mad about the Niners are a laughingstock right now. We were like,
that's the second time I heard that.
Like,
who's saying that?
Dude, look at us. Like, we're the only team in NFL history to give up the farm and give up on them.
Oh, you mean about the deal? Yeah, well.
Yeah, that's a laughingstock, Ronbo. I hate to say it. I hate the way this season feels. Right before the season, it feels like Jim Harbaugh's 8-8 season right now. The way it is with the locker room, they put Fred Warner up to speak. He didn't even know, and all this could have went by if he would have just named.
Fred knew. They just didn't get up there and say anything to hurt the organization. You don't. When you're in that situation, you don't get up there and say, "No, I know all about it. I knew about it a week ago." And you do not do that. Just go up there and play numb, because you're only going to make a mess.
I'll agree to disagree, but I don't think he knew.
No.
Because if he did, why was Why was Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel celebrating when he made that pass?
As a player, it's not your place to get up there and speak for the organization on that kind of matter. You got to know that. No, you don't go up there making too much about that just because you want them to go to the next question. You want to talk about something? Talk about me. I don't have anything to do with management. You do not.
Then I got another point is, too, how many players do we got in the top 100, Ronbo? Aren't we the most teams? Like, aren't we the most players in the top 100?
Yeah, I was trying to think of them. Yeah.
We got 8 players
in the
Yeah.
top 100.
That's why I keep saying I
Followed
don't,
by
I don't
Dallas
anybody underestimates
Cowboys,
this team's power. But go ahead.
right? Followed by Dallas Cowboys and the Eagles with 7.
Right.
Right? We have the most NFL players, all right? So, and not only that, Brock's the real deal. So he better win the Super Bowl. I don't want, you know what, like, I guess a lot of these fans weren't into the Bill Walsh, Eddie DeBartolo days because we don't hang up NFC banners. We don't hang that up.
No, Jed
We hang
York
up
made
Super
that.
Bowls.
Remember, Jed York made that speech and said that we don't play for championships. We play for Super Bowls.
But the way things are going, it seems like we are because we're like so content that we made it to the playoffs. We made it to 3 NFC championships in 4 years?
No, Tiflo, nobody's satisfied with that. That's not the bitter taste in everybody's mouth.
No, but that's everybody's who talks about.
The players
Niners
are madder
made it
than
to
we
3.
are.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, it's like Kyle Shanahan needs to win a Super Bowl this year alone. If not, this is grounds for firing because look what he done throughout his tenure as a Niner, giving away trading our captain DeForest Buckner. Everybody was disgusted with that. Everybody knew we needed a quarterback. He knew that we needed a quarterback. John Lynch knew that we needed a quarterback. Did they look in quarterback and round number in pick number 2 where they traded back for number 3? Did they even look at a quarterback because Deshaun Watson was there, and we also had Patrick Mahomes. He was there, and just like with the caller was saying earlier,
that's still hindsight. You don't in the draft. You don't know who's who, and not from just looking at them.
But we all know what Deshaun Watson was in college. We all saw that he was a winner.
But
he was.
Did you know Patrick Mahomes is better than he is?
Well, during the combine, I loved how he looked. He was ripping it good during the combine.
He's a great athlete.
I saw something in him.
Yeah.
In the combine,
when you look at the draft, do you know that the draft is 50% accurate as far as if you thought you had a good ball player or not? That's not high. That's maybe half, and the other half falls to the side.
But Ronbo, when you get a team, you need a quarterback. You should at least invest in a quarterback to work with them.
They did.
At least
they tried.
Yeah, what Beathard? C.J. Beathard?
Well,
where basically everybody said, why did they pick him up in the 3rd round? Everybody.
We picked up Trey.
Why did he get C.J.
See, okay, Tiflo, think about that for a second now. Everybody got mad about the fact that we never tried to get a quarterback. And when they did try, that was a big problem too. So, it
was a reach.
And then they go to the last pick of the draft. They pick a quarterback. Then finds a way to make it work. It's just crazy.
No, he did good. Yeah,
I know, but
the last pick of the draft, they got lucky. But I'll tell you this: it wasn't Kyle Shanahan doing it. It was probably the scouting department, which the Niners always had a good scouting department.
It was greasy. Tiflo, we got to go. You and Alec, I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna see you Tuesday, and let's see who they keep and who they let go. All right.
Yeah, because right now, dude, this should be a fireball offense if he doesn't win the Super Bowl.
Well,
because
we're gonna find out.
This is a lot of.
Let's see if we win the Super Bowl first.
Give up. And not only that, the Dallas Cowboys know our playbook already because Trey Lance knows his playbook up and up.
Let's see if that's
bottom. So basically, once we play them, you don't think Trey's gonna be like, hey, this is what they like running. This is what Brock's good at.
Tiflo, we really got to go, fam. You and Ali have a great night.
Rumble.
I'm going to see y'all. You ready to holler?
Good night, Rumble.
Good night, Ali.
Give a Niner shout out.
Niner! Tiflo, Ali. See y'all Tuesday. Jeff.
Ronbo, how's it been, man? It's been a minute.
It has. How you been doing?
Pretty good. How about you, man?
Doing all right. I like this team. There's a couple of things I'm trying to let myself not be. But you know how you have things that are a splinter in your finger and you need to take it out, but you don't have time right now. This is what this situation with Nick and Jake Moody. It's driving me nuts. I'm trying to think of things to keep myself up. Oh my God, Jesus! Why can't I? You know what? The team is still. Just small adjustments. Nick's going to sign. He's not going anywhere. Jake Moody's going to heal up. We're going to find a kicker somehow. That's the part that scares you the most somehow. But you know what? We're going to be fine. Have to. Team's still the best in the league compared to every team in the NFL. And I say that with no regret. But Jeff, what are you thinking?
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think, man, this whole Bosa situation, they need to get this done
Weeks ago.
now. They need to get this done now. I mean,
It's worrisome, man.
it's not even just about like, you know, the fact that this team brings up Super Bowls. Lynch the other day just brought up a Super Bowl. The fans, every team in the league, it's like, oh, this is the year. But your best player is not even in the building right now. They're taking their sweet time. We got 12 days, 13 days until we play the Steelers in Pittsburgh.
I know.
A tough environment against T.J. Watt. That defense, like, you need Bosa in that game. Ronbo, I'm here to tell you right now, if we don't have Bosa in that game, if they still haven't paid him yet, we're losing that game. You can book it. They need to pay him now. I don't care what he's asking either. If he's asking for $40 million a year, well, I guess some players on this team are going to have to get cut.
Jeff, you can't do without everybody. Nick's not asking for that much anyway, though. I understand he wants north of 30 mil, though.
Yeah, but that's the thing, Ronbo. They're acting like he's asking for. I mean, he's asking for what he rightfully deserves. 30 million, 35. That's what he deserves. You know.
Well, you know what? I don't know if the Steelers are. You know, Pickett is only in his second year now. I mean, he may have taken strides. The Steelers are going to look to run on us. Najee is a bad boy, but you know, I don't know. They got that receiver Pickens, and it's going to be a tough game.
I'm not worried, Ronbo.
It's definitely going to be a tough game.
Ronbo. Yeah, Ronbo, I'm not worried about their offense. Their offensive coordinator, Matt Canada, is an idiot.
Okay. Well,
it's going to be a low-scoring game.
Yeah,
sure.
That's true.
And it's going to come down to what defense plays better. And if your best player, if the defensive player of the year is on our side, what do you think is going to happen? We're going to win. But if he's not there.
Yes, I really wish that. Well, you know what? We could actually get by the first 2 weeks, possibly by the skin of our teeth without Nick. And I don't want Nick to sit there and him and his agent say, listen, let's go ahead and wait till week 3. You know, they're probably going to be okay in the first couple of games. But after that, it gets a little rough. Because the Steelers.
So that's my problem. The fact that this is even this could happen, and I hate to say it, and we're still talking about Super Bowl this year. This is it's a snowball effect. If your best player misses the first week, you're not winning the Super Bowl. If that happens, we're not going to win.
You said the first week, right? Now, if he wins that's only one. That's 0-1. We weren't going to go undefeated this year anyway. And the second week is the Rams. We can send our scrubs in to beat the Rams. But the problem is you can't be going past that. Now, 3 weeks. Who do we play in week 3? As I remember, that's a decent opponent.
We play the Giants. The Giants.
See, yeah, you can't. You got to play the Giants. They've been together.
Rumble, John Lynch needs to get this done. The rumor is from Adam Schefter that Nick Bosa is not going to. No. There's a chance. He said that he never said.
There's a chance.
So Show got that wrong. There's no rumor out that that Bosa is going to miss week 1.
Wait. Let's repeat that. As Jeff just said, Show got that wrong. I like that. Now, because I didn't see the tweet, I thought I heard something like that.
My bad. Let me reword that. Show didn't get it wrong. I think he just misworded what he said. Schefter basically said if there's a guy that he trusts to hold out because of week 1, then he thinks Bosa could. But he also said that Lynch and the organization is highly confident that he will be paid before.
Well, they've been saying that.
If that makes sense.
They've been saying that for the last couple of weeks. So, yeah, I'm going to go with that. I don't believe the 49ers are going to let Nick miss week 1. I just don't believe it.
Yeah,
I'll keep this delusional faith, if that's what it is, until the night before we play the Steelers. Well, maybe 2 days.
Ronbo, if you had to put a number on it, when do you think we get this done?
Next Wednesday.
This Wednesday in 2
Yeah,
days.
this upcoming Wednesday, exactly.
I hope so. And then another thing, we need to go ahead and call Robbie Gold.
You see, Jeff, Robbie's not going to want to play for a couple of weeks. I understand that Jake Moody's injury is not that kind of severe. He should be back in a couple of weeks. Although a kicker without his quads, I can't imagine how bad is it. I wish I knew. And Zane Gonzalez, they don't know when he's going to be available. So, that is really a seriously bad thing. I just don't know.
Or just anybody, just somebody, because we can't go into week one with, what's his name, Mitch Wisnowski.
Wisnowski trying to kick. No, he's not going to kick the extra points. No, and he doesn't want to. And apparently, Mitch isn't trying to work on it during the week either. So we're gonna have to find.
I'll tell you
kid.
one thing though. Hey, Ronbo, you know what I'm gonna say? I'll tell you the one guy that's easing my nerves between all of this. My man Hargrave.
Yeah.
Man, did you see the performance he had against the Broncos?
There's no
Ronbo,
doubt
his first snap, he almost sacked Russell Wilson. Russell ran out from it.
And
Hargrave did a spin move and then tackled Russell Wilson on the run.
I know. He is the Tasmanian Devil in 49er uniform. I can't wait to see what happens. Anyway, Jeff, we're going to run out. I'll see you Tuesday.
Ronbo.
And if Nick signs, I'll see you
Ronbo,
Wednesday.
I'm going to tell you. Yeah, and last thing, Ronbo, I'm going to tell you, and I've been saying, you know what I've been saying since I've, gotten on this show a couple months ago. Getting Hargrave, taking him away from our biggest competitor in the Eagles, putting him on our team, and he's a dominant pass rusher, that's going to be the main reason why we at least make it out the NFC this year. You can book it. You can book that one.
I booked it already.
There's not a take in NFL that I feel more confident about than that one. Hargrave will be the difference maker.
There you go. Let me give you that holler. We got to go, fam. You ready?
All right, man.
That's a big Hargrave.
Take care, Ronbo.
You too, fam. See you Tuesday. Bill. I say Bill.
I'm going to put it like this. After 2 games and a half of Trey Lance starting, we're going to call him a bust? No. I'm going to make it clear. One thing. There's trouble in Michigan right now. The Michigan Wolverines are having major trouble with Jim Harbaugh. Kyle, if you don't win a Super Bowl this year, fire Kyle, bring back Jim. There's no exception. Kyle needs to be terminated. He needs to be gone. I'm sorry, no excuses. If we can't win a Super Bowl this year, we have waited long enough, and we don't want to be the Dallas Cowboys 20 years down the road, still not winning a Super Bowl.
20 more, yeah. We've already won 29.
I'm putting it like this. Jed York needs to interfere. He needs to quit having the go-to guy, the yes man. We all know what the Cowboys were like when they had, what was that coach that they fought before Mike McCarthy?
Jimmy.
What was his name?
Before Mike McCarthy.
Before Mike McCarthy,
yeah,
it was the coach they ran with for 10 years.
The guy with the red hair. What is his name? I forgot his name. I thought it was about Jimmy Johnson. They haven't been anywhere near good since Jimmy left. Oh, what is his name?
I'll have to look that up.
But anyway, I know what you're talking about.
They had a yes man for a while, and they ran with him for a very, very long time and didn't go anywhere. Week ago, he made a Super Bowl appearance, but did he win it? He'd been to many NFC championships. Did he win it? Jim Harbaugh would have won that Super Bowl if he would have faced somebody other than the Ravens. You know that. I know that. We all know that. Get real.
Well,
Jim Harbaugh won a loss to the Chiefs. That's fact. We didn't look at all
Bill,
that.
what are you basing this on, though? I'm a little confused. Now, you say Harbaugh wouldn't have lost to Kansas City?
No, he wouldn't have lost to Kansas City.
No. The Ravens were better than Kansas City Chiefs?
The Ravens with, what was his name? That retired. Jamal something Lewis? Ray Lewis?
Ray Lewis?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ray Lewis
Ray Lewis.
We didn't lose that game just mainly because of Ray Lewis, though. I mean, he played some plays.
But they were a way better defense, and their quarterback was way better at that time. I mean, and Patrick Mahomes was still raw at that time. So you would have put Ray Lewis and the Baltimore Ravens up with that 2019 Chiefs. Chiefs wouldn't have beat them. I'm sorry. To put it out like in perspective, we need to look at, stop blaming the quarterback. We need to start looking at the coach. We all need to look at the coach. Right now we're happy. But let the season develop. Let him speak for himself. Okay? If he can't win and Brock Purdy comes out and is not the same, and we finish 4-13, we need to sit there as a fan base and evaluate before we start speaking about, things and just say, okay, let's head back. Let the season develop, and let's see how things go. And if we win it, then you can say, okay, Kyle's a genius guru, but he didn't take the time to develop Lance, and that was a red flag. Now, if we don't win at all, that's another red flag. And if Brock Purdy comes out and is not playing like he was last year, and we go 4-13, that's another flag. He's got to go, man. He's got to go if we don't win at all.
Bill, honestly, 4-13. Now, if the 49ers get a lot of injuries, possibly. Bill, that team, now think about that team. Visualize them. Do you really believe it's possible, no matter what Kyle Shanahan does, for them to lose 13 times? Are you serious?
If Brock Purdy goes down, you telling me that Sam Darnold and that other backup quarterback can get the job done? You telling me they're better than Lance?
Well, to the tune of 4-13, I think they'll do better even if... Okay, here's the thing. We all know the quarterback is not the complete focal point of that offense. He does his job, but he's part of a machine. It's not... I think sometimes we think quarterbacks in Kyle Shanahan's system are the same as like an Aaron Rodgers, even Dak to some degree over in Dallas, Josh Johnson. The quarterback has duties. He's not running the show, and the offense is not entirely dependent on him. Hell, we run the ball a large portion of the game. So I don't know that you should just decide 4-13, Bill. That's not going to happen under any circumstances.
But what if it does? Don't ever.
I will buy you a steak dinner at any restaurant you want to go to. 4-13? No, that's not possible.
It shouldn't be, but we'll see how it goes. Or if we don't even win the Super Bowl.
Well, now that's the thing I'm worried about: getting to the Super Bowl and winning. So, but anyway,
that's what I want to see. I don't care about Cowboys are going to take about 2 years to develop Trey. That's a 2-year window, Ronbo. That's a 2-year window.
Yeah.
But when they develop Trey, they will be a very good team, and we will have to worry about that. But until then, for 2 years, we're good.
All right. That's all we need.
So in that 2-year window, we need to take advantage and win it all.
And should have done it last year, if not for that freak injury. Anyway, Bill, I tell you what, let me see you Tuesday. And
give me a 49er shout out.
Yes.
And just give us something in your mind to think about.
Big Bill, no 4-13.
Todd needs to be put on the hot seat. You have a nice day.
You do, Bill. 4-13. I'll bet everything I own. That is not possible. Oh, no. Well, this is good. We need some comedy relief. It's Marketing Pro. God. And I need for him to explain about that 41-0. Marketing Pro, I hope you're on that phone. Marketing Pro.
Yo, Ronbo, what it do, player? What it do?
You know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I turned the TV off yesterday. I ain't gonna lie. It was, Stetson Bennett didn't have that Montana
style to him like he did in Georgia. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's getting used to the speed of the game. That's what happens. See, when you make the big leagues, it's a faster game.
That's true.
So Stetson will be fine. You know what I'm saying? It's just preseason. Remember, 2021, the Rams went 0-3, and you know how that ended. You know, with McVay hoisting up that Lombardi. But, you know, I want to talk about the 49ers. I'm concerned. If I'm not a 49er fan.
I'd rather talk about them, too, if I was you. Well, go ahead.
You know, the Rams will work it out. You know what I'm saying? We got our offensive line is stealthy. You know what I'm saying?
Stealthy.
Steve Avila, he's a great run blocker. I mean, have you seen his highlights?
No,
He's
I
been
didn't know he had
pancaking people left and right. And now we just got the Steelers offensive lineman, you know what I'm saying? He'll be all right when he's healthy.
Yeah.
And remember, we got the best quarterback in the NFC, Matthew Dime Stafford, top 5 all-time, first ballot Hall of Famer. You know, so we're just like the Chiefs, you know what I'm saying? Our formula is like the Chiefs.
In what way?
Well, we got a stealthy offensive line, an average defense. That's what it's going to be. But our offense will be the killer, the Grim Reaper. With that's where teams ain't going to see the hit coming. You know what I'm saying? Cooper Kupp, boom, 50-yard touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Van Flash Jefferson, boom, another big one. You know, that's what we're going to do with Stafford this year. And we're going to be all right. We should win about 11, 12 games. But the 49ers now, the QB competition was not a competition. And you know that, Ronbo. Kyle lied about the whole competition. There's no way Sam Darnold beat out Trey Lance. There was no separation. Matter of fact, Sam Darnold threw 85 yards the whole game. Trey Lance, in that Denver game, he showed me he's ready. And you know what else, Marketing Pro? Because Marketing Pro know the score from the Big Apple to the Big Orange. Trey Lance will be starting for the Cowboys this year because I was watching Dak Prescott cry to the media. He's not happy Trey's there.
Really? What did you? The Dak. What made you think that?
Yeah, ESPN Radio. They interviewed him. He goes, "Oh, it was a big surprise for me. I didn't see that coming." You know. And he had his feelings hurt, you know what I'm saying? So Trey Lance is going to be that quiet sniper. He's ready. I mean, people think he needs to develop. Watch that fourth quarter, how he shifted his feet. Look left, look right, boom, making those money throws. I was very impressed with Trey Lance. I got to give him credit. But Trey Lance bet on himself. See, where Trey fell off with Kyle when he went to Mahomes' QB coach. That's where the problem started. Kyle did not like that. I don't care what anybody say. Kyle was pretty pissed off about that. But Trey bet on himself, and that shows Trey's intelligent. You know what I'm saying? Imagine if he didn't do that. He'd probably be out of the league because he fixed his mechanics. He has a quicker release than Purdy, if you watch the tape. That Denver game, Sean Payton put in the ones late in the fourth. I mean, you know, so I think he can beat out Dak Prescott. I don't think it's going to be too much of a challenge there.
Wait.
And Jerry Jones is kind of...
You call it what name? Dak what?
Yo.
What was his
Dak
last name?
Prescott.
Wait, I have to give you credit. Some of your material is definitely hilarious. Prescott. Fam, don't remember that.
Dak Prescott is just as hilarious as Texas Boy. You know, Texas Boy was one of those.
That's good. That's good.
Crying Dallas fan memes. You know, he's just losing his mind every year thinking, Dak Prescott's going to win him a Super Bowl, which is ridiculous. You know, they need a Stafford. You know what I'm saying? You need a Mahomes to get it done.
That's good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'll tell you right now, Kyle Shanahan needs to get criticized by Rumble Sports simply because
constantly.
If I'm telling you right now, that right side of the offensive line should be a concern. I hope not, but if Purdy goes down, Sam is going to be Sam. I'm telling you right now. He's one read pony. He hears footsteps, and then he starts throwing those interceptions and fumbles. That's where Trey Lance, I feel, as a 2 would have been better for the 49ers. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, like the Rams, we got Bennett at 2. We're going to be all right with him. You know, Stafford's going to be all right with the offensive line.
You think so?
And week 2, I'm excited. Oh, Rams fans are looking forward to week 1, by the way. You know, we're going to smoke the Seahawks.
You have the who's that guy that's playing your left tackle?
Oh, you're talking about Avila. He's a beast.
Wait, Avila's with the left tackle now? Who's at the right tackle?
Man, we got a bunch of players, man.
Yeah,
All
you
I
don't
know
want to
is
mention his
our
name.
offensive line.
What is that guy that got carried off last year, though? Got hurt.
I mean, that's where the problem started, man. It was our offensive line. You know, and then Stafford got killed because it was just like there's nobody in the front lines.
I mean, the thing
But
is,
this
Margaret
year,
Pro,
the Rams.
Go ahead. 'Cause
The Rams are ready, and we're coming for that NFC West. Believe that.
You better bring your lunch. You guys going to need a lot of time to get there, too. And so, don't, you know, I'm going to tell you what, Marketing Pro, always a pleasure. We'll see you.
Rams Nation.
Yeah.
Shout out.
11 and 12 wins. Hey, Tony. Isn't he special?
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
He comes in and just starts saying things. And he wouldn't tell me who that tackle is. Tony, you know who he was. Who was that guy that Rudy was talking and had such high marks for last year?
You talking about No Bloom?
No Boom. That's the guy. Marketing Pro, you knew who I was talking about.
No Bloom.
Yeah, Marketing Pro didn't want to talk about him. Marketing Pro starts out by coming in. But Ronbo, I don't want to talk about the Rams. I want to talk about the 49ers. You know, to be a Rams fan right now, especially the ones that like to huff and puff all the time, it's got to be tough. I waited for Rudy. After that game I came on Twitter, I just sat and waited on his ass. And I said, Rudy, you know, you're pretty well versed in making these excuses. Where you at, dog? You know, and he never showed up. Then he comes in after bedtime. It must have been 19 hours, say 17, 18 hours. Rudy comes in, first thing he does, and I told a couple of other guys, watch Rudy, he ain't going to say nothing about that game. He's going to come in and start taking shots at the 49ers like, you know, he has no answer for that 41-0. Rudy!
Well, Market is slow, Rudy. If you're all listening, Chrissy, Jim, Tim, Everett, I saw that game, the replay. And on the second offensive play of the game, Stetson Bennett started. He threw another interception on his first pass. I said he's learning from Stafford, Ronbo, because you know Stafford has a lot of interceptions.
Oh,
going back to his Detroit days.
That's exactly
the year
right.
They went to the Super Bowl. He led the league.
That's right. He's just taking after the guy in front of him.
Yes. And the guy in front of him, they both went to Georgia. Stafford led the league. Remember, Stafford led the league in interceptions in 2021. The year they lucked up and went to the Super Bowl. I still say that was luck.
He
wasn't supposed to be there.
You know, that's why all that chest beating they're doing, they need to be grateful and stop talking. But anyway.
Yeah, be grateful they had Von Miller. If they didn't have Von Miller with all those other moves, it wouldn't have happened.
Okay, all the mercenaries. I think, you know, Tony, when I think about it, I think most teams could do that. If you sign up all the blue chip players around the league, I'm talking about half the unit is Hall of Famers, you should be able to win. And that's what they did.
Yeah.
They sold it. They sold it to the devil, and now they look like butt cheeks, and they're still talking.
Last year they all won. It's just funny how I want out of here. I'm requesting a trade. I want out. After 1 year, they wanted out. Even Jalen Ramsey.
Because they
I
knew.
want out. They paid well. Yeah.
I mean, I came over here to help y'all out because everything was set, the table was set, and I was ready to eat. But ain't no food on the table now, ain't no napkins. I'm eating with my hands, ain't no utensils. I'm ready to go. Okay, I ain't going. And Aaron Donald, I can't wait to see what happens with him. Aaron's gonna finally say, "Look, you know, I love y'all for drafting me and everything. It's been a good ride. I got a ring out of it, and I appreciate all that. But Lord have mercy, I got to go, y'all. It's gonna finally happen."
He's only there to collect that big check, Ronbo. That's why I'm saying he's there. He's only there to collect that check.
But Aaron Donald, is he poor? He's been one of the highest paid guys for the last how many years?
He might as well get that last big year's paycheck while and ride off into the sunset. You know what I'm saying?
And then just get injured like he did last year.
Yeah. But Ronbo, I sent to your email this afternoon that Seahawk channel again. Ronbo, this guy did a 7.5-minute video. Did you get it?
You sent it to my email? Okay, because I haven't checked my email.
Ronbo Sport.
Okay.
Yep, I sent it to Ronbo Sport.
I
it's
can't
a 7.5-minute video talking about you guys, the cover picture on the video is like Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch sitting like at a table, like at a press conference with big dunce hats on. And they're talking about the Trey Lance thing. And then the video starts. It shows the Golden Gate Bridge.
Yeah.
And then the guy, his name is Brandon, comes on, and he says, San Francisco looks kind of dim now. It goes from being in the color to black and white. And you see this jet, this cowboy with the cowboy logo, a jet flying Trey Lance off to Dallas. And he's talking about the trade. And I'm like, man, y'all just won't let that go. The 49ers, well, not the fans, but the organization has moved past that. The trade's done. Yeah. They're moving forward.
They can't.
Y'all just won't stop.
No. I got one of my friends. What's that Seahawk fan? It's Norm. Was that Normcam? Normcam?
No, I don't know. His name is Brandon. I know that's his name.
Okay. Yeah, Normcam. I have been friends for a long time, and we've been going back and forth and talking bad about each other because he's a Seahawks. He does good content with them. But the Seahawks. Wasn't that you told me the other day they were celebrating the fact that our it seemed like we were a little unstable. Yeah. Yes.
And now this Brandon guy, he says you guys are down, and if you think Sam Darnold's going to take them to the Super Bowl, that the organization, I said, you don't know what's going on in their organization as I'm watching this video. And they're just so happy, joy.
And nobody told them yet, but Sam Darnold's not the starting quarterback. I know. I enjoy the Hawks, so they're pretty funny, and the Rams are becoming humorous too. 10 years ago, when the Hawks did win that Super Bowl, they were doing just like the Rams are doing right now. They live off the fact that we haven't had a Super Bowl win recently, right? Now we've been there and got in the ball, but we lost, twice. So now you got the Rams. They were the Hawks were just talking for about 5 years. They were, they got no modern day trophy. Dust off them old dusty trophies, man. Ain't nobody concerned about them old antiques. Okay, see now, the Rams are going the same route, and I can't wait 4 or 5 years from now. Rams, where's y'all's next trophy? You've got to be. Lombardis are hard to win, and Tony. People talk like everybody's supposed to win a Super Bowl every year. Those things are tough to get. So I don't care how old they get, they are still as valuable now as they were then. That doesn't change.
They shouldn't talk. You at the 1 yard line, and you right there. You could be a dynasty. All you got to do is get the ball to 24. He just got you 4 yards, and you're a dynasty.
Yep.
Now y'all want to get stupid. Y'all want to get stupid and get the shotgun, so y'all shouldn't talk.
Yeah. And they didn't want. It was all about politically correct. Because Beast Mode was going to be grabbing his crotch as he jumped into the end zone and was going to embarrass the entire city of Seattle. So, you guys don't want that kind of indecency, and you would actually say, Russell Wilson throwing that ball on the 1 yard line didn't fool anybody.
Don't that sound stupid? You just saying it.
Throw the ball on the 1 yard line. We tried that in practice all the time, and it never failed. Okay, well, it failed today, didn't it?
And see, you said they didn't want him scoring. Ronbo, didn't Marshawn Lynch become a celebrity on Madison Fifth Avenue after that anyway?
He did. Marshawn Lynch became a celebrity anyway. Oh yeah, Marshawn Lynch became famous because of that one play and that press conference. I'm just here because I don't want to get fined.
He became a Madison Avenue sensation anyway.
He did. He could become a pop icon. Marshawn Lynch, complete defiance of the establishment, and everybody loves you.
Well, Ronbo, I just don't. Y'all's fan base, they need to don't feed into mainstream media. Let it go. The trade deal is done. Let it go. I don't want to. They just need to let it go and move on. You got what you got. You guys are loaded with talent. Loaded. You can't get into your feelings about this. This is business, not personal.
It's got to go 5 or 6 games, and then people will try to get over it. But right now, people are still hot. So, Tony, you know what? We got to go. I'm going to see you Tuesday, and we're going to talk about each team's cuts, because there's going to be some surprises. And pickups, too. Oh, that's going to be an interesting day.
Yeah, because we got rid of that tackle we drafted out of Michigan in 2021, Jalen Mayfield, that we played at guard, the one that I call it the Javon Hargraves game when he was with Philly, that he had those 3 sacks. Remember, he danced on our logo, and Jalen Mayfield's confidence was shot. Well, we finally cut him this year out of Michigan.
Well, that's sometimes it takes a while to
It's the
figure out who
same.
you can use and do without, so it makes sense.
Yes, sir.
All right, Tony. Always a pleasure. You become one of the 3 T's. Everybody regards you guys as class. All right.
Well, I appreciate that. And I'm telling you, the Rams, that 41-0, that's going to carry over. The Rams are not good. They are going to go. They're going to lose 12 games before they win their first one. It's going to happen. I'm telling you, Chrissy, Tim Everett, Markin and Slow, y'all need to face the fact now. Y'all aren't winning. It's not happening.
Tony, good call. All right. I'll talk to you Tuesday.
All right, take care, sir.
You too. There he goes. And Phil has something else he wants to add.
Ronbo.
Yes, Phil.
I just want to leave tonight with a positive note.
Okay.
Because I know you've been beat up tonight.
Yeah.
And
I really have been.
You know what? Why is Big Show a fan of the 49ers? Just want to know.
Big Show's being a millennial, he just really is tired. I understand.
That's it. He's a millennial.
Yeah.
They're always naked. So,
go ahead.
I mean, the guy has no life. I'm sorry, but if you can't root for your team, what do you got? Seriously. So, I feel sorry for the guy. I really do.
I do too, because he's been wanting us to win this. Phil, the thing is, for that particular group of people who've never seen those glory days, the fact that we get right to the door and we're knocking and we don't get in, it's really working them. I'm feeling bad for them because when we used to knock on the door, Phil, we kicked it down, right? So now, things have got to get better. So hopefully we get it done for him.
If he was a Detroit fan, he'd be right all the time.
Wouldn't that be disgusting?
But, I mean, an Australian guy, he says, fire John Lynch or whatever, and these guys saying fire John. We have the best roster in football.
That
do you recall that we
wholeheartedly agree
drafted
with.
George Kittle in the 5th? Oh. Do you recall that we drafted Fred Warner in the 3rd?
I mean, look at all those Pro Bowlers on the offense. There's no way.
We don't spend money on them. It's because they're under rookie contracts. Banks and Burford are under rookie contracts. So, come on, these guys are so misinformed. It just drives me crazy.
They'll be okay because when we get into next season, God bless us as far as the injuries go. They're going to say what I'm talking about. You're not going to beat that 49er offense. No.
Take notes.
No.
Because when we win the Super Bowl, you and I are going to go after these guys. Totally negative.
I'm not going to do any more than say, I told you guys to chill. Look at that. And that was done with a certain amount of ease. I told you nobody's going to stop that offense. And the defense, they're going to take care of themselves. Yeah.
Ronbo, we've got one of the best rosters in football.
Damn right. Now, we have a little ouchies here and
just
there.
We'll fix
healthy.
We
and Nick
stay
Bosa's
healthy,
going to sign.
we'll win the Super Bowl.
Damn right. And Nick Bosa will
That's
sign
it.
soon. He's not going anywhere. He's not going to hold out.
And
the
Brock Purdy is the real deal.
Yeah, I like him.
Don't kid yourself. The guy can play. You know that quarterback over your left shoulder?
That's Joe.
He didn't have the strongest arm.
Yeah.
He didn't have the greatest. He wasn't drafted in the first round.
No.
First pick of the draft.
But he was friggin' brilliant.
He had it between the ears.
Yeah.
And that's what these people don't understand. Great quarterbacks have it between the ears. They don't have it physically.
Some of the greatest of all time. Look at Brady. Is he physically gifted? I don't think so.
No, he can't run. But he had the intelligence. And that's what it takes to be a good quarterback. And these people don't get that.
Well, they're going to.
They don't get it.
Coming up this year, I think some of it's going to be put to rest. We got to keep Brock up on his feet, and we're going to be fine. Fine.
Exactly. Exactly.
All right, Phil.
And Sam Darnold is a good number 2 quarterback.
Yeah, he's got to prove that to a lot of people.
The draft also. He's got a strong arm. Maybe Kyle can get his mental aspects straightened out. But
and
you know
spray
what?
some anti-ghost on him.
Brock Purdy's the guy. He's the guy.
You got my vote. I like him. Let's see what he looks like. He grew, too, over the
And
last few
you know
months.
what? Don't criticize our wide receivers, ever. Some of these guys are criticizing Debo that, Big Show said, they're just running backs.
Yeah, no.
Don't criticize.
That's our offense. That's the way.
We got Ayuk and Debo are freaking great.
Oh. And for
our
offense,
you know what? They're
doing what they're supposed to do. Yes.
But I tell you what, you get them the ball in open space, look out.
Oh, yeah. Any one of them, George. I mean,
and then
you do
McCaffrey on top of that.
Oh, come on. You're
We're going to PFF rated us the number 1 offense. There's been several other factors that rated us the number 1 offense in the league.
The only thing that can stop that offense
What does these guys see that everybody else
sees?
Doesn't. I mean, what?
Phil,
we're going to have the number 1 offense and the number 1 defense.
I mean, the only thing that can stop that offense is God. That's it. Because another football team, you're not going to stop Debo McCaffrey, Ayuk, and George Kittle. It's not going to happen.
If we don't get injured, look out.
I agree. I'm
All right,
not
Ronbo.
backing down off of that.
Go have a piece of cheesecake.
You know how I feel about that?
Enjoy your night. Sleep well, because we're going to win. You're going to sing Ooh La La a lot.
Yeah. Good night, Phil.
All right?
All right.
All right. Take care, Ronbo.
You too. Bye, Phil.
Thank you. All right, bye.
No, really, this is not false. I'm just looking at the team player for player for player. Who's going to beat them up? Think about that for a minute. Who's going to stop both Debo and CMC? That's already number 1. Just those two alone. And I'm going to give my Ayuk and George Kittle? Come on. That's not stoppable. Now, what I do worry about is injuries. I will say that worries me. I got a Pro Bowl fullback as well to make sure that those alleys are clean. What if, and this is a big what if, and I do have this one if, what if Elijah Mitchell can't play all season? And I know right now he's not going to, but I still got running backs to back him up. I tell you right now, Eagles try to stop that offense. I look forward to that effort. Now that you got your guy Hargrave, if people think they're all that in a bag of chips better than the 49ers, get ready for a pleasant surprise. Fam, I'll see you Tuesday. Let's see who's going to stay and who's going to go and enjoy this 2023 season. Hey, thanks for the contributions, fam. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I got a lot to brag about on these Niners all season long, and I want you to be here to hear it and join me in that bragging. No! Singing, ooh la la, yeah. Ooh la la. We sing it with me, I'm telling you right now. Niners!